StreamYards.
It's clobbering time.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger, ready to move out.
Come get some.
It's clobbering time.
The word is given.
Clobberonimo.
Yeah, greetings. Greetings, clobberers, clobberonimos, clobberooskies, clobberoids, clobberians, clobberarians even, clobberologists, and to all who clobber. One day, if you don't clobber yet, you may, if you learn how to bang the rocks together, guys. Clobberonimo! We indeed. Welcome to Clobbering Times, issue number 488 on YouTube. 1,488 over the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Star Trek 169, dude. Voyager reviews with the most wonderful first officer in the fleet, Commander R.M. Briggs. Hello and bullet. Man, look at all these. The whole Kegel family's here tonight.
It's hysterical.
I've never seen the whole family. Oh, Kegel family here. You rascal, you.
I love Wes Kegel.
Oh, man. Well, you better be on your P's and Q's with the family watching you there. West.
Out in the
That's
West
great.
Texas town of El Paso.
Paso. I like that song. All righty then. Well, look, hey everybody, good to see you. Welcome to. Well, hey, everybody. We're gonna get the shout outs. I almost started my shout outs early, so I see you all in here and I get excited. We're gonna wait on that though because I would like for my wonderful first officer to, as is custom here on Saturday Night Star Trek, to open us up with some, well, opening words. Take it away. Number one, you have the con.
Thank you so much, Claudia. It's good to be here. I love you, Captain, although I shouldn't say that while I'm on the bridge, but I do love you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night Star Trek. It's a mini Star Trek convention here on CLOBBERIN Times every weekend in the virtual comic book shop owned by none other than the great Grand Poobah of all of geekdom, Mike Clobby Alonso. Super excited, super stoked. No matter what the quality, you will always enjoy the conversation, especially when Clobby is involved. But before we do that, before we do that, I have some thanks that I want to give everyone, and I really appreciate that Clobby allows me to do this. You know, it's probably some people are like, oh boy, why does she have to say everybody's names? But I just want you to know that I've never felt like this was about me. I always felt like that this was about you, all of you. And so I want to give you the space to take the stage and to take the thanks, because I have a lot of thanks to give. I want to thank Lord Thoth and Larry and the amazing and talented Chris Persia sending a smooch for his dad's cheek. I want to thank my buddy Wagner, and I want to thank Wes Kegel, and I want to thank Lisa. Really, like, out on their social media, trying to spread the word about Clobby's channel, trying to spread the word about Clobby's different shows, trying to drive traffic here. They do that because they're good friends. They're loyal people. And, you know, I don't make any money here. I don't own a YouTube channel. This isn't my affair. So I just want you to know it is with earnestness that I say that I appreciate this so much. I appreciate that you support my friend. It really means a lot to me. I also want to send out some special thanks to the great Scuba Pete, Scuba and Leslie Pete. Thank you. And JT Kirk and Michael Beacom. These human beings have gone out of their way to support my work. And like many of you, they have left new reviews for the new stories, and their reviews have really helped those stories move along home. Nope. Oh, I'm all right. No. They really help other people to say, oh, okay, well, that's what that's about. And oh, that person enjoyed that. So as an independent author, I just really appreciate it a lot, especially because Scuba Pete, JT Kirk, and Michael Beacom, they're all very intelligent, articulate people. So to see their reviews of my work is really, it's such a great honor and a privilege. I also want to shout out my buddy Enigmatic Drop Bear. Enigmatic Drop Bear has had a horrible last couple of years. You know, health is everything, isn't it, folks? And so without digging, without prying and getting too much into it, I just want to everyone to have that little reminder that if you pray, please say some prayers for our buddy Enigmatic Drop Bear and his beautiful family. And if you don't pray, that's okay too. You can send good vibes. You can send those good vibrations. You can send a note hello, or just send a hug, or even just a kind thought. I know that he would really appreciate it. And it's also for me, because you know what? I believe that love works. Whatever this universe is made out of, whatever God is or isn't out there, I know that your love works. And so when you send it to Chris Persia's dad, when you send it to Enigmatic Drop Bear, when you send it to Philip's story, when you're sending it out to people, I believe that people can feel it. I believe that it makes a difference. So please feel free to send that love. And that support. Folks, I heard from my editor, the great literary scholar, a man who I just admire so greatly. He's my former professor. I consider him a preeminent scholar here in Canada. He just a literary genius. He is editing my second book, and I heard from him this week. He has finished marking all of his papers this semester. He is an active professor at a university, and he's ready to dig into the book. So he said that he's going to have it ready by the end of the week. So that means the book is going into production as soon as I get his edits down. And since we're talking about the book, I just want you to know, if you're new around here, that I write classic episodic science fiction. I'm not an activist, and I don't write about activism. I just write about science fiction. And so it's been difficult to get published because most of the publishing houses, well, all of them, are really asking for character stuff, and they're really asking for activists. And if you're not an activist, they want you to be writing about activism. So because of that, a bunch of people in this community stepped forward, and they not only became my readers, but they became my greatest advocates, my greatest friends, my publishing house, my powerhouse, and my corporation. And they're all on Patreon. And I love these people. They mean the world to me. Each and every name that I'm going to read to you tonight helped to get my second book over the finish line. And it helps me to get my advertising out here where I live. It helps me to get to conventions so I could do book signings and stuff like that. Without their support, I can't do it. So I just want you to know how deep in my heart I feel for these amazing people. Larry, Tony Stark, Sean Carter, Penny Lane, Shoota, Gwagnar, Dave, Chris Persia, Scoob and Leslie Pete, Eric K and his trusty dusty dog Kirby. I love you, Eric. Enigmatic Drop Air. I love you, sweetheart. Michael and Cassandra Beacom. I just love you guys. Thank you. Mark D with a C. Anti-derivative Jill. Jill, thank you for the note that you sent me this week on Patreon. What an amazing note. Thank you, Jill. Maximum Redstone. JT Kirk, he is Kirok, like legally now in Michigan. Dabman and the Dabman clan, Lord and Lady Thoth, and of course Lance. Please chuck some cheese in the chat for all of the pepperonis. There are many pepperonis here on Saturday Night Star Trek. And I always do it on Lance because Lance is our Porthos. I also want to thank Rob Altus, Tyler, Jeff Wyatt, Rod Thunderheart, my guitar playing buddy Mazeris, and my good friend West Kegel. Without these human beings, my books can't happen, and so I'm just so grateful. I love you guys. Thank you. If you like classic episodic science fiction, you can pick up my stories at Barnes & Noble. I don't know when they started carrying my book, but that was just amazing to me. You can pick it up at Barnes & Noble, and you can also pick it up at Amazon. And without further ado, I'm going to be quiet, hand it over to Clobby. Clobby, let's do it!
All right. Thank you so much, number one. But let's see here. Well, I have Super Chat, RT and Z. Thank you so much for that. This thing doesn't star them anymore. It's weird. And I got it rigged to do that too. Anyway, thank you so much, RRT and Z. Says theme of tonight's EPS, recycled Trek ideas, but worse. Well, that could well be. We don't know because we haven't reviewed them yet. We'll be surprised if that's true. No, we won't. Where am I? Okay, all right, everybody, still here. Show notes and shout outs. Let's get right down to it. Let's see here. Tomorrow night, Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Start your week in Geek Chic on the great Mark D with a C's channel. The chief engineer himself hosts on his amazing channel, Sunday Night Geekery, and it is a lot of fun. We're always gonna, wind down after a long, hard week. Geeking out
telling people to seek chic geek?
Not in so many words, but maybe. Basically,
I knew it.
Well, they get a little eatery too. He'll make you hungry, probably.
Ew, unless he's talking about sea tongues.
Yes, I don't know. He might. But then, of course, I'll be with the great J-Man on his channel. Yay! Of course, J-Man and Sean and I continuing our epic run of reviewing every appearance in chronological order of our beloved Legion of Superheroes, 1958 through 1989, all of it in order. And then it will be Monday night, Mark C. Comics Talk. And then the usual shows throughout the course of the week. Wildcard Wednesday night, Lobby's Clubhouse, Fantastic Fridays on J-Man's channel, reviewing Fantastic Four. And, of course, our buddy, 32 Flavors, Nick Weiser. Had a great time. Had a lot of fun talking with Nick last night with the Saska sisters as his guests. It was a lot of fun. They were sweethearts. It's great meeting them, and it was a lot of fun being on the show with them. So, all right, let's see. Up in Hill. Who is up in Hill right now? Who made it?
What? Are you serious, Chris Persia? When did this happen? On the eatery? Did the Geekery go eatery, and did Mark actually announce that he's putting sauteed clams on hot dogs? That guy, we need to put him in the agony booth on Set It and Forget It.
What happened?
Mark apparently is putting sauteed clams, sauteed sea tongues on hot dogs.
Well, if you're out there listening, first engineer, sounds like you're in some hot water now.
Oh no, Chris says no. I'm only teasing. But did you just see this from Max Redstone?
What?
He just said that he is backstage, like he's behind the scenes, working on CLOBBERIN.
Oh, hey, Max, let me tell you something, dude. We really appreciate you. You are our music meister. We love you for that. You never feel obligated to do that, dude. You do it. We love it. And it is so much fun. We'll always enjoy it. But when you can't, you can. If you can, fine. But don't ever knock yourself out on that, brother. We're just glad you're here, man. Oh, look, we love it. And everyone enjoys it. So you can feel free. Artistic license, brother. But like I say, if you don't knock yourself out on that. Don't ever feel like obligated or rushed to do anything, partner.
I love them, especially when they're mean.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah. Yeah. The meaner, the better. Yeah. I mean, we are pretty evil around here.
Yeah. Well, I don't think a limerick should be kind.
Nah. Well, there can be sometimes, like if it's an episode that we all like, you can still do something funny about it, of course.
It's true.
But if it's a stinker, then the biting lyric like that can be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Agreed, Captain.
Ookily dookily. So there you go. All right. So now some shout outs, shall we? We shout out our Lynches and whoever else is here. First, we start with the great Eric K, the Bronze Wrencher. What's up, buddy? Well, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Chris Persia, the aforementioned great one, sir. Thank you for all you do, buddy. The Vindicator Wrench of the Great White North. And I hope your father is hanging in there and doing well. Shout out to your great father, and we appreciate you and all you do. D-Bud Martin, the Wrench of Iron. Lord Thoth, God of the Wrenches, of course, our security chief. And Avon lives, long live the Legion, my friend. A Wrench Without Fear, the great J-Man. Fantastic wrencher, Legionnaire of Extraordinaire reviewer and stuff. And good, all around good bloke. Our own music meister, Maximum Redstone. The Fanty Outside, the Rascally Wrench himself, and Larry, our triple Bullwinkle Wrench, Larry. Maddie's daddy, and of course Kal-El. And let's see who is with us.
Did you see this? It happened again. Eric sent you a gift. It did not go to the top of the tab the way that it's supposed to.
It's not starring, and I have it.
Why?
I have it set up to do that too.
It's so weird.
Let's see when I hit star.
It doesn't work. And it also doesn't give us a notice of when it's going to expire.
I'll see if that works now. Auto star super chats. Automatically star your super chats. So I'll try. I had it clicked.
I know.
Weird. Anyway, okay. Well, Eric, thank you, Eric. That is me. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you, bud. Let's see if I didn't miss anyone out there. Okay, well, now to shout out our good friends who are with us in the chat, then we'll get started. Let's see. So tonight we have, obviously, of course, our great chief engineer, Mark U with the C, is hanging with us. He's back there somewhere. He's out here. FKHC 2005 hike. All right, Tim.
Hey, it's working again. Look.
Yeah,
it's up at the top of the tab. It's expiring. And I did start. It didn't automatically start. I had to start, but then it appeared. Yes. Look at that.
It's not. Yeah, no, it did that because
Isn't that weird?
I don't understand that. Yes, weird.
Anyways, Michael sent you a gift, boss.
Thank you, Michael. Michael Beacom says, okay, here is a test super. Oh, you didn't have to do that for a test, buddy, but I appreciate that.
Guy. He's a sweetheart.
I'm not sure why it went to the top, but usually you don't have to star a super chat.
You don't. It's supposed to auto do that, and then we're also supposed to get a timer for how long, it sits at the top so that we can address it. It's very strange, but I'll be on top of it tonight, and I will do my best not to miss anyone.
Okay, yeah, I was just testing something there.
Very weird.
So okay, let me get this. Okay, FK, Tim, good to see you, buddy. Shooter.
Tim, shooter. Pew, pew.
Penny's here. Hey, Penny.
Penny. And to anyone who was unkind to Penny or to anything this week that she did not enjoy.
There you go. And she likes that, folks.
I love that woman. I think
Yeah,
she's
she's
a
great.
sweetheart.
Raymond Feliciano and Sandra Feliciano with their
Yay.
King Dolphin TV
They are in color.
in color. Raymond, good to see you there, buddy. Sandra, lovely to see you. Hope you're both doing well, our good friends. And it is great to have you here. And hey, live long and prosper. Trying to can't see all my. I don't have the lights on very well. Hey, Jilly.
Yeah.
What's up?
She just walks in the
Anti-derivative
door.
jail communications officer. Okay, now the whole Kegel family's here tonight, folks. West, east, south, north. I am getting dizzy. But welcome to the Kegel family. It's good to see you. Hey,
Yes, West.
Let's see. SP4H. Hey,
Hey, good to
Welcome.
see you.
yes, the Tetrarch's here.
So apathetic.
RRT and Z.
Hey.
The great enigmatic drop bear.
The erudite
See-
bear.
Indeed. Let's see. Dave C.
Dave!
All right, Dave. And Dave G. Sound.
He's not just another body of water.
The great aforementioned Michael Beacon. And shout out to Cassandra, by the way.
Amazing couple. So happy to have you here tonight. And just thank you for everything you do for us.
Captain Infinity and beyond.
What's
up, Cap? Yes, Cap. Dude. Brogu from my old hometown.
Grogu! Mwah, mwah, mwah. The great Southern gentleman.
By the way, please check out Raymond Feliciano's links right here to his channel. And of course, go check out his books and all that stuff there. He's got the link right there. Thank you. And that's, hey, Brogu, good to see you, buddy. I think that's all I have for right now.
Okie dokie.
But anybody else who pops in will, of course, be noted and shouted out accordingly. Now, on to the show. This is it. Okay. What is Saturday Night Star Trek?
Tell us.
It is life from lifelessness. No, it's not. Saturday Star Trek, folks. About 3 years ago, last January, beginning in January of 2021, we embarked upon a perilous mission, number one and I, my wonderful first officer, to review all of real Star Trek. Star Blazing Wolverine. Hello. Welcome.
Hey. You know who that is? That's Simply Steve. But I like the
It
new
is?
handle. I
Is it
love
really?
the new handle. The Star Blazing Wolverine 68. That's great.
I did. Oh, okay. 60. Yeah, I forgot the 68 part. Well, it's good to see you there, buddy.
That's a gooder.
So we started, of course, with reviewing 4 episodes a night, usually, generally. Yeah, I think you know FKH, but I have a lot of people out there lurking. By the way, thank you to all the lurkers out there, and thank you to anyone watching on a download or a repeat. Sometimes people, I have to do it every week, and I apologize and beg your indulgence, Tim, but there are some people who are new, you know.
We also have
So-
a lot of new folks coming to us from X.
Right.
The viewers tonight
So-
on X, very high numbers.
Indeed. So anyway, we reviewed all of the original series, then the animated series. I know you're messing with me, Tim. Dude,
Just messing with you.
I always look, dude. I always know that. But still, even if you were messing with me, it was a good point to raise, so I can explain why I'm doing it. So you actually helped me as well. We reviewed the animated series after the original crew films, Star Trek: The Next Generation, the TNG films, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and now we're smack dab almost to the end, getting close to the end of Star Trek Voyager Season 6. And we have 4 episodes for you tonight. And I want to thank the great Larry for gifting 5 memberships. My goodness, man.
That's expensive.
Thank you so much, dude. You're too kind.
Trying to grow the community, trying to grow the channel. I love you, Larry.
Thank you, buddy.
He's a man so nice. They say his name twice. I prefer thrice. Larry.
Larry. Absolutely. And our buddy Wes Cagle as a member for 5 months. Thank you, Wes. Voyager, best Star Trek ever. What have you done with Wes Cagle?
Who are family? You? What have you done with West?
Oh. So basically we will get on with it now. Let's see, we got to give Larry something now. Larry deserves it. I don't know what Larry, I'm never sure what Larry's gonna want.
Batman.
I'm gonna get some new ones, huh?
He loves Batman.
Well, I don't have a Batman. Oh, I do have a Batman.
He loves Batman.
This is for you, buddy.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger, ready to move out.
All right, Larry, thank you for that, buddy. Wes Cagle says the best thing about this week's episodes is a minimum of the Chicken Man. I know, FK. I thought the same thing. That makes it look like we're starting over. I'm sorry, but I wanted to give that Larry because he's a Batman fan like I am.
You got it. Now you have to sing it. Starting over. What song is that from again?
No, I don't. Good thing I don't. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. So number one will basically give us a rundown of the episode in question, and we'll talk about it a little bit. We will rate it, rank it, and then of course, and thank you, Max, but that's all that. And then of course we will allow our dear friends in the chat. I don't know if anyone else does this. All get a chance to weigh in on it. Give us your rating. And any words you may have about the episode, as you all know. So now, without further ado, number one. Shall we start with our first episode of the evening?
Yes, boss. Let's do it.
All right, that is Spit Folk. Spit It Folk.
Oh, yes. And
Spit
mercifully, as I open up Wikipedia, the plot for it, the fecal finger paintings, otherwise known as wikipedia.org, it's relatively short, mercifully. Yes, exactly. Starblazing Wolverine 68. Spirit Folk is season 6, episode 17, production code 237. This first aired on February 23rd in the year 2000. Oh, nailed it. Okay. Yes. And said fecal finger paintings, wikipedia.org. Let's do this. The crew continues to enjoy the Fairhaven holodeck program. After Lieutenant Parrot's suggestion, the holo program is set to run continuously, but over time, the strain put on the holo technology begins to cause problems. The hologram characters gradually realize that the visitors can change their world at will. Normally, holograms programming makes them oblivious to non-in-world aspects. Wow, whoever wrote that should wake up on a beach somewhere in a village to the sound of the rover.
Oh.
Frightened, the villagers, see what I mean? The villagers begin to suspect that the crew are spirit folk that have come to destroy Fairhaven. You mean who have come? I mean, spirit folk aren't lamps, right? So you have to say who, not that. Captain Janeway manages to elude her companion, Michael, the barkeeper. He's not really a barkeeper, though. He owns the bar, right? But nevertheless, asks Tom and Ensign Harry Kim to figure out the problem with the Fairhaven program. The two establish that the subroutine that makes holograms unaware of anything outside their program have malfunctioned due to prolonged operation. Get out of here. Why would that...
So ridiculous.
When Tom and Harry enter the program to repair it, they are captured and held hostage by the holograms. Jeez.
Good.
Jen and the holograms, or is it Jem? No, Jem and the holograms. Sorry, nieces and nephews. Who tried to make Tom and Harry spill secrets about the spirit folk. The doctor, in the role of the village priest, enters the holodeck using his mobile emitter to avoid being influenced by the damaged holo program. However, the emitter is confiscated and he is held captive with Tom and Harry. Michael, determined to find Katie Janeway, puts the emitter on. Janeway, thinking that it is the Doctor, orders him transported to the bridge. Janeway can no longer deceive Michael. She explains that her crew are on a spaceship on a long journey. They enjoy the occasional visit to peaceful Fair Haven. They afterwards re-enter the holodeck and convince the other characters that the crew has no hostile intentions. Wow. If this was not evidence that you were reading Chat GPT, I don't know what. Anyway, Captain, the fecal
Yes,
finger
ma'am.
paintings have come to a close. Please tell me, what did you think of Spirit Folk?
Look, as if this episode, it never had any chance to get on my good side anyway. But I remember. Look, hey, Professor R2, what's up? Welcome. It turns into a cow. The episode turned into a cow.
Maggie.
Oh, Maggie. Well, that was kind of funny, but still, that's this funny thing that he pulled on what's his face. But holodeck episodes are about as annoying to me now as Borg episodes. Okay, thank you, Max. I saw that, but I appreciate you. I'm tired of holodeck episodes anyway. Look, you may say there's something worthy about sometimes exploring, problems with the holodeck, since it is such a, an out there concept that has been on Star Trek now at this point forever, though.
Yeah.
It seems like, do they have a quota that they have to meet of holodeck stories? I don't know. But here's where it really, it was boring anyway. It was already
it's
boring.
Brian Fuller. What do you expect?
Yeah, I was already bored, right? But boring's one thing. I can almost take boring. I'm used to it with this show. But when we get to this dilemma, it's a silly premise, but when we get to this dilemma where they come to, look, we need to the whole conversation in I believe it was the conference room. Okay, we have lives threatened. These dopes have gotten themselves caught. We better turn this thing off because their lives are being threatened, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we'll lose the program. Well, it's just a program. Who cares, right? What was it? B'Elanna and Seven trying to be the voices of reason here.
Yeah,
but it's just a stupid program. Well, but whether it's real or not, that doesn't change our feelings for these people. Yeah, let's go ahead and let our friends get killed. Because what?
Because Janeway needs to get laid.
She could do it later, but the whole point is that she could just write another one, right? When they fix it.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to gain by keeping these people. It's just like, get out of here with. I remember back when I first saw this stupid episode. That was one I remember. And I'm a lot more calm now. When I was watching, because I was always really bashing Voyager into this friend of mine that was trying to make me to watch it, and he made me watch this one, and I went nuts. I'm like, this is the stupidest crap I've ever seen. All they have to do is pull the plug on it, and it's over. And the lives are. She's the worst captain that ever lived. No captain would let any life on any crewman of theirs be endangered for a second if all they had to do was turn a switch. I'm sorry. So right there, your episode's dull, but some people like the cutie episode, something like that. That's fine. But don't write them into a corner where they have to do something so stupid that, again, not that her credibility was destroyed a long time ago, granted, but this is ridiculous. It's so... Go over the notes because I can't take it. I'll start yelling.
Okay, here are my notes. I take a piece of paper and a pencil and I write down notes that have been inside of me since I first started watching Star Trek over, I don't know,
agreed,
45 years ago.
That's true. So like Sandra said, it's like a trope now at this point.
It's ridiculous. Making Irish people look like beggars and moochers and drunks. This opening scene has made me angry for 24 years now. I hate the opening scene where the guy begs for beer money. I just think that it's absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
And I absolutely hate the horrible accents. They don't even sound remotely Irish. Irish people are known for being literary, Irish people are known for their literary and academic prowess. Why does Star Trek always do us dirty? Every fake Irish person in this story is a moron, and the accents are beyond ridiculous. If the holograms are self-aware and they're aware of the technology, the cows, etc., then they'd know right away that these people aren't Irish. And so that's another problem with the story because they have no accents, fake or otherwise. And it's very obvious that the doctor isn't Catholic, right? Especially the way he dismisses everyone from church. So,
Right.
he's not Irish Catholic. None of these people have an Irish accent. And the Irish people, if they were aware at that point, they would instantly know
Right.
that these are foreigners. So that's a stupid part of the thing because they're trying to say that they're from Kerry, right? Is that where they say that
Yeah, I
that
think so. And they were
Bangway's
like,
from is Kerry?
right, like you said, that the thing that made them made them unaware was broken. So
Yeah. So just I'll let you all know now, let you all know right now, that I'm like I'm indigenous Irish, like I'm like ethnic Irish. I'm like from Ireland, and I have ancestors and immediate family members from Kerry, and they don't sound like Bangway. So
no.
it's just stupid. Anyway, the holodeck goes real. Oh wow, this is such a fresh idea. Rolls eyes. So where is Moriarty? Rolls eyes. Oh, this is a new malfunction. Rolls eyes.
Oh
Um,
God.
and another stupid thing here is the holographic gun. A holographic gun can't damage the L cars because the safeties, like,
Yes.
first, there are no bullets in it. There are no, yeah. Anyways, the rest of this turns into the Salem witch trials, which is very weird. I just don't understand it. Brian Fuller is a nincompoop. Also, when they have the doctor, when they first take the doctor, it doesn't make any sense because the doctor can choose to be solid, and he
Yes.
doesn't have to be solid, right?
Right.
Lisa!
Exactly. We got Lisa. Hey Lisa, good to see you. Adrian James and Mars Monkey Max. Hello to all. Hello.
Mars Monkey Max. Yeah, and then just the rest of my notes are this is insulting to all Irish people. I saw some weirdo filth people saying that if you really like Ireland, that you should watch this on St. Patrick's Day. If you do that, you're a bloody
What?
idiot. This has absolutely nothing to do with being Irish or Ireland in any way. This is not science fiction. This is another episode where we try and do anything but science fiction.
Right.
And in trying to find a way to do the Salem witch trials in Ireland, for God's sake. And it's just effing nonsense. And I gave it an F.
I too give it an F. And that too. I give it an F and I give it that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What are you
Just what a
doing?
waste of time. Oh, good Lord. I mean, it's not like they get a pass because they do important stuff all the time. They're always wasting time on the show.
Yeah.
So let's see here. All right, folks, now for your review.
The word is given.
Please come forward with any reviews you may wish to write, and ratings, of course, while I bring us some extraordinary Max Redstone entertainment.
Okay, before you start that,
Yes.
Jill has a request.
Yes.
There you go, Jill.
Oh, all right.
Okay, going silent now.
Okie dokie. Okay, folks. And Master of the Limericks has come through with some limericks for our shows this evening. Spirit Folk by Max Redstone. I'm not going to even try an Irish accent. I'll just, here we go. Fairhaven, if, when, and how, beset by witchcraft, they cannot disavow. How can this we mend? Will Kathy lose her special friend? And will Harry Kim once again kiss a beautiful cow? Oh, shoot. Are you starring them?
I am starring them.
Wow, I can't find it.
What do you mean?
It's not showing me the star ones. Holy
Oh, go to the live tab. I have them starred.
I don't have that at all.
What's happening, Club?
Holy I have to star somebody. You know what?
What
I have to star a comment to get the star tab up. And now when I do it, it's only showing me the one But you're starring them.
I am starring them, sweetheart.
Holy crap! It's not showing me the ones you star.
Get out of town.
Oh my God! What is wrong with this thing?
I don't know, honey. I thought it was weird when on Thursday Michael Beacon's chat didn't come up. Do you remember? On
Did
the
they change
Clubhouse?
something?
I don't know what they changed. I don't know what's going on, but
see if you can put a comment on the screen.
Like as Clubby?
Put a comment on the screen. Highlight someone's comment.
Oh, highlight someone's comment, like put it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, put it on the screen. See, you did that. Okay. What the hell?
Right?
Oh my God, that is so horrible.
Yeah.
StreamYard, you pieces of. All right, so now I've got to backtrack, folks. Give me a second.
Oh, Michael just sent you a gift.
Okay, I'll get it as soon as I can, Michael. I got to backtrack and get all of these reviews.
Okay.
This
There are
is horrible.
17 of them.
What
right
was the
now.
first? Do you remember any idea what the first one you got was? Was it West?
And now there are 18. No, I think it was either Lisa or Jilly. Just wait.
I see one.
Yeah, it's West. At
Okay.
43 minutes past the hour, it's West, and then it's Jilly.
Oh my God. Sorry, everybody. This is freaking. Oh my goodness. This is, I mean, that is not good. It was so efficient the way it was before.
I know.
For you to be able to do that. So give me a second, everybody. I got to save all these. And it's going to take some time now because that's going to really bog everything down. What is wrong with you, freaking jackasses?
No, Michael Beacom, it wasn't you, sweetheart. I know you've been having insane weather where you're at, and you had a massive tornado, but something is like catastrophically wrong with StreamYard. It's not showing anyone's super chats, like I said, Michael.
It's showing when I start, it'll star them.
Okay.
Right? But when you start them, it won't show me. It won't show me anything.
What?
It's crazy. All right, let's see.
Weird.
It won't even star like a super chat now.
I have 18 people starred in your starred tab.
I've got 14 so far, so I'm catching up. Hang on.
Okay.
And I guess you could just tell me when this. Now, why do I have 14, including Michael's super chat? Am I missing one that you got?
You are, sweetheart. It should be 18. You ready? So it's West, then Jilly, then Shooter, then West, then Mars Monkey Max, then Michael Beacom, then Sandra Feliciano, then Jilly, then Michael, then Jilly, then RRTNZ, and then Michael sent you a present.
Yeah, I got. That's 14 for me.
Oh my gosh, it's showing 18 on my side.
Holy
I
crap!
got to take a picture of this. This is bizarre. Wait until I send this to you on WhatsApp.
God.
Check this out.
Well,
check this out, sweetheart. Watch
okay.
this.
Sorry, everybody. I really am. This is nuts. This has never happened before.
I got it. I just moved my microphone too, so now I have to move my microphone back. Hold on. Okay, let me send this to you. Look at this.
Did you send me anything?
I'm sending it to WhatsApp.
Okay. Let's see. Make sure I got. Go back to the live and make sure everyone will get this. It's just going to make everything slow. I do apologize.
It's going to be crazy. See, what I usually get everything ready for him, everyone, and then all he has to do is hit the tab, and then he just reads whatever I star. And it's a great way of keeping track of everyone because there's usually so many comments. Like sometimes we have in excess of 120 comments, right?
This is really bad.
Did you see that?
What?
What I just sent to WhatsApp. Go to your walkie-talkie.
No, let me see.
I'm now showing 23.
Yeah, no, I got you, but now
I don't think you're missing anyone.
I've got 19. I don't know why you have 23, so I'll go with what I have.
And if we miss anyone,
you keep starring it anyway.
Okay.
That way I'll have to, oh Lord.
It's okay.
So sorry about this, my friend. This freaking StreamYard's better fix this. This is bad. I think this may have started the other night, but I'm not sure because
I think it did because on the Clubhouse that super chat that Michael Beacom sent that never appeared, not for me and also not for Mark.
All right. Well, I don't know what it is because you have control. When Mark gets here, we'll get him to test it and see if it works for him.
Bizarre.
Wes Cagle. Let's see. What if that worked? Now star one.
I'm currently
Still doing
starring everything Enigmatic Drop Bear did, and then
Nope, it ain't working for me still.
Lisa, and then Enigmatic Drop Bear again.
Okay.
And then Maxie just put up his 3 out of 4. And Malachi D. Wellman just walked through the door, boss.
Man, I got a hands full here. Malachi, good to see you. Welcome. Let's see. This is
my ability to get everything ready for you is really important for the show.
No, I got you. So after Max, who do we have next?
I think it would be Enigmatic Drop Bear.
Okay, we're just going to wait till everybody gets theirs in before we start. That's about we
Yeah, so after Max Redstone, 4 out of 4, you have a 3 from Enigmatic Drop Bear, 1 from Lisa, another 1 from Enigmatic Drop Bear, but then Max, he forgot to send his 3 out of 4, so his 3 out of 4 is out of order. You're out of order.
Got it. Anybody else? We're going to have to, the only thing we can do is just to wait till we have everybody.
Sorry, everyone.
That's right. I'm gonna have to just. But if number one sees the other one, she can star them. I'm gonna start, and I won't go to those. She'll star them. She'll be able to find them for me.
I'll let you know right away. So our cutoff point right now, boss, is when you finish Max Redstone, because then I'll know that you will have done 3 out of 4 that he put in late.
And then when Mark gets here, if Mark gets here at any time, so we'll get him to test it. See,
you got it, honey. I'm gonna go on mute.
I don't think so, Ed, because we got it set up differently. That was whatever. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. So sorry about this, buddies. All right, so here we go. Wes Cagle says F. The hologram characters gradually realize they spelled realize wrong on Wikipedia. That the visitors can change their world at will. Really?
Oh my God, I love West.
He says, I'm tired of them ignoring everything. Of them ignoring everything that came prior to the show. Boy, they do that a lot, don't they? MMM says, Mars Monkey Max says, I give it an F. Not even worth an explanation. That's a fair cop. Fair cop, but the authority is to blame. Jilly says F. An episode in which Milana is the voice of reason is striking enough in. No kidding. That's a good point.
That's shocking enough.
She and Seven were the only one making sense. Shutting it down when the crew is in mortal danger was the right call that everyone ignores. You know, you can almost see the look on Chakotay's face like, I'm not arguing with her, but this is ridiculous. Turn the thing off. But he wasn't going to argue because he'd lose anyway. He'd just sit to his room like he always does. Why does shutting it down erase the characters in a running program? If I unplug my desktop, says that word saves my work. Even in the 90s,
yes.
So the holodeck memory allocation is less unsophisticated than that. Good question. Good question, Jilly.
The dumb.
They are dumb.
Brian Fuller, what's your problem even?
Yeah, Brian. With the safeties, the talisman can still destroy the panel. Voyager is increasingly so like a sitcom. They failed at honesty for so long, even though the holograms are aware. Sentience on the holodeck is so standard now, but discussing the rights of a holodeck character should have is never addressed. Sorry, I was going too fast. The aspect is ignored in favor of turning the people into a threat. Let's see here. One more. Michael's holomatrix is malfunctioning because we discover he likes Neelix's cabbage. Nice touch. Nice, Jill.
That's a gooder.
Thank you, Michael Beaker, for the super chat. He says, not sure what Harry is doing in the the clip here with the cow, and not sure I want to know. I'm sure you don't want to know. Now, actually, it's the only funny thing in the episode, if you didn't see it, where he was kissing a girl in the holodeck, and Tom snuck up and he changed it to make it right when he was about to kiss her to kiss a cow. It's the only. I gotta admit, it made me laugh, but you know,
Maggie, right?
Yes,
Maggie.
Maggie O'Halloran.
Mm-hmm.
Sandra says D-. Machine algorithms can think or feel just like a toaster can't. The characters are pretend, so anything they say, they think or feel is also pretend. Turn it off and fix the problem. Yes, but no, they love those fake people.
It's literally like they literally say it's about Bangway's boyfriend. Bangway doesn't want to lose her Steely Dan.
Oh, well. Hey, Katie. Well, Katie's here. What's up, dear? She says, hi, folks. I'm not going to review tonight. Been a long day. Been up since 4 a.m. Oh, my goodness. Graduated. Oh, graduated. Yay! Oh, wow. Way to go, dear. So I'm very tired, but wanted to pop in and send some love to Claudia and Raquel and the family here. Well, love back at you, dear.
Congratulations. Everyone say congratulations to Katie. She graduated
Absolutely.
today.
Oh, my goodness. That is fantastic, Katie. You probably had a long day then, and hopefully a fun, eventful one. Big congrats to you, my dear. We love you.
Huge day.
And
Huge day for her.
So glad to see you there. Fantastic. Shout out to Katie. Good job. Let's see here. Shooter says F. What can I say? Would you not have diagnostics running on a long-running holo program to pick up on this shite? Head desk. The cow was funny. The only good thing here. Yeah. You know, the thing is, what about all that talk every other damn episode about how power is a problem? You know, but I mean, you think limit it to stuff like playing Captain Proton once in a while or playing some dirt and sporty stuff, but you think they wouldn't leave that complicated of a program running all the time. But you know, she can still do. You can do all this the same crap without having a whole episode about it.
I remember when they had power problems that were so bad that they had to eat Neelix's food.
That's true.
I mean,
yeah. Katie, absolutely, Katie. That's fantastic. Let's see. Check some more there. Okay. Thank you, Eric, for the super chat, buddy. He says they do not even know LED lighting. How do you expect them to know that programs are saved in memory? Did you start that one? I must have started.
no, I started that one.
The one I just read?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so.
Did you start any other ones?
Yes. Starblaze and Wolverine 68.
Okay, it's still not working. Just make sure that it's still not working.
It's still a hunk of crap.
It is. Damn it, StreamYards. I mean, I'll admit it's the only time it's done it. I hope it's just a temporary thing. Unless if they change something, I'm gonna.
Well, I now have a button that I never had before. At the top of the list on the live tab, it actually says hide current comment at the top of the comments.
See if Mark can figure something out. Maybe they changed something. You can look it up. We'll ask him.
Yeah.
Eric K says B. Why would Bangway's programmed BF fall for this? On the bright side, now he can come to Bangway's quarters. I am sure he will have his own holo emitter soon, or have them set up in her room. Oh my God. Well, as long as we don't have to know about it, I don't care what they do. A hologram cannot damage the safeties. True. It is impossible. I knew a very virgin Harry would stay a virgin. He could not even charm a cow. Not even a holographic cow at that. Max says made up episode review. A-. I didn't think that I would enjoy yet another time travel episode. However, as a Cubs fan, I did find it near and dear that the crew travels back to 2003. While it may seem like a stretch, even Tuvok is logically compelled to see that in order to save the universe, that the crew has to prevent Steve Bartman. Oh my goodness, Bartman, that poor old soul. You're gonna bring him into it, aren't you? From interfering with the fateful foul ball. That man has suffered enough. Bringing up Steve Bartman. I never thought I'd say that in my chat. Long story for those who don't know, but it's sports bally. I can't believe. Max, you're the best. Bartman. The 3-episode. The episode ends in perfect Chicago fashion. It is very Chicago-y thing to say. Fashion with John Malkovich playing himself, transmitting a voicemail to the ship that he pummeled Neelix and he'd like the opportunity to do it again.
Boss man, your Muslim uncle just walked through the door.
Hey, Muslim uncle, what's up, buddy? Would that be a sequel to being John Malkovich, buddy, or what? What's that?
I just wanted to let you know that Eric said that that he actually gave the episode a D, not a B, but he's using the voice to text.
Oh, I thought he did give it a D. Did he say B? I can't even remember now. Oh, he did by accident. Okay, Eric revised to B. To D. Sorry about that, buddy. I'd already forgotten the rating. That's how flustered I am now with this damn StreamYards. So no biggie. No one. Everyone knows you didn't like it, but thank you. All right, enigmatic drop bear says F. One gets the impression that Voyager's writers use the holodeck as a tool for escaping Star Trek stories more than the crew use it to escape the routine of life aboard Starship. Good one. Yeah, yes, sir. One does. Who doesn't one? Very careful writing is needed to avoid creating problematic narratives. As here, where they create the massive ethical dilemma caused by having the holodeck able to create sentient beings. Yes, which is silly. I think it was meant to be a light comedy. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Turning Harry's holographic girlfriend into a cow was superficially funny, but it actually shows an insidious indifference to what they have created. Let's see. So now the holodeck is a vehicle for unethical practices, creating sentient beings to then subjugate purely for the pleasure of the crew. Contrast this with DS9's Vic Fontaine.
It's the first thing you think of when you think about this episode. And Michael Beacom, I absolutely love you. I just think that your mind is a marvel, and I love you so much. And just so you know, boss, Wes Cagle sent you a gift.
Oh, thank you. I'll be right there, Wes. I forgot Max's number 3 because it was out of place. Sorry, Max. Damn it. So Milana Torres, as a White Sox fan who incites a crosstown riot, is not only believable but also quite beautiful. Neelix being pummeled into a comatose oblivion is the cherry on the sundae. Sorry, Max. So flustered with this damn thing.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. Boss man, just so you know, a wonderful person named Common People, as in peep, walked into the chat. So everyone give a warm welcome to Common People. And guess who's here? Nirot and Axamanda Bear.
Nirot and Axamanda Bear, what's up, my friend? All right, good to see you. Let's see here. Okay, did you say? Sorry about that, Max. All right, let me Good lordy, man. Okay. Oh, thank you, Wes Cagle, for that super chat. He says, cheese and rice. You know what? We're only one episode in, and you all are already killing me. Stop it. I can't. Oh, well, at least they picked. Well, at least you got this one to beat up on. Did I miss any? Have I missed any more since then? Reviews, I mean. Just holler if you see a review you need me to star.
Yep. And you just received a gift from RRTNZ.
Oh, okay. RR, thank you so much. You're too kind. He says, holodeck is just the danger room for perverts. Yeah.
Right? I'm
yes,
not
it
walking
is.
in that room without a hazmat suit. And don't even blacklight that room. You do not want to blacklight
The
that room.
danger room for perverts.
Ew.
Oh boy, an X-Men reference there for those who don't know. RRTNZ says, Spin Trek review. Nah, why bother? The holodeck gone wrong is the most tired TNG Voyager trope of all. Props to Picardo for not even trying to do an Irish accent. D for duh. Yes, sir. I understand that. Lisa says B. Hope B'Elanna is replicating and using her engineering prowess to build another mobile emitter so Kathy's BF can continue to roam the halls of Voyager and pay her a special visit. Fun episode. Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah.
Michael Beacom says, full disclosure, discovered we watched the wrong 4 episodes for this week. Oops. Reading the Voyager Companion tonight. Observation from afar. Holodeck means no stakes,
Yeah.
like a video game.
Yeah.
And yet that means they have to concoct really silly, dumb stakes too.
And someone like Michael doesn't feel like he doesn't feel like watching it. There's no tension. There's nothing to worry about. Nothing is engrossing. You already know it's a no stakes. It's not just low stakes. It's a no stakes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. He says it's been years since Moriarty. And so I would have assumed Picard would have reported it to Starfleet, and subsequent holodeck programs would be corrected to prevent self-awareness. One would think, wouldn't one?
Yeah. Now it can just
buddy.
be a minor glitch, like letting the program run too long. I mean, imagine if that could happen at Quarks. Imagine. I mean, everybody's, banging their naughty bits at Quarks. Imagine if that happened to, anyway.
No, I hear you. Hey, Midnight's Oblivion.
Hey, good to see you.
All righty, let's see. I guess Mark will be along when he can. He said he's handling some stuff, but he'll be here when he can. So when he pops in, if he wants to do a review of it later.
Professor R2 says,
Professor R2.
I know we don't talk about lower decks, but one of the lowest of the low chores in that show is clearing the holodeck filters.
I can only imagine. That makes sense somehow.
You would hope for like one of those autonomous floor cleaners, like that they have at Walmart. It's like no one would have to touch it. But yeah, there's no way I would walk into a holodeck without wearing a hazmat suit. Especially after Janeway was in there.
I always had this thing about that, though, in all seriousness, as far as since the technology is what it is, I mean, if in the likelihood, like you say, people are using it like some of us would quite honestly use it, using it like perverts, okay? Let's say it. That it would be like special, like, like what's that, that beam that they use, the baryon sweep, or like, some kind of radiation like that immediately after every hologram, it sweeps everything out of there. It's all gone. It disintegrates it all. Why not? I mean, why you'd have to have that?
Well, it would have to be because like you look at all these people who bought these robot vacuums, right? And the first thing that happened is YouTube was flooded with instead of like video footage of Roomba, it turned into like Pumbaa, and it literally like a dog or a cat would poop on the floor, and the Roomba would just drag the poo all over the room. So you really have to think to yourself, what's happening in the holodeck? What's happening in the holodeck? And I don't want to go in there unless it has been cleaned thoroughly.
Yeah, I think it's been like I said, I think it's been I don't know, swept with that one or something like that, like with some kind of technical gobbledygook like that. Michael Beacom says, Cassandra wanted me to state that we were not caught in the flurry of tornadoes in the area last. Oh my goodness, good stuff.
That's
good, because there's been a lot of good ones, a lot of big ones up there. So good, excellent, sir.
Nirat and Anaximander, I just want you to know that I would never, ever, 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 ever watch The Filth.
Yeah, send that. I think he's definitely kidding you there. Oh, there he goes.
There he goes.
Mark D with a C says D minus, another holodeck out of control story. Can't you just pull the plug? Some moments were funny and it had a cow, so that saved it from total failure. But this story does not belong on the Star Trek. Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yes, sir. I don't know if you heard earlier, Mark, but we're having. Hey, Stephen Mack, by the way, good to see you.
Hey, Stephen.
StreamYards is really pulling a crazy one on us right now. Anyway.
Yes. That's a good point, Michael Beacom. You wouldn't want any residues.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why so many people get upset, like when we have a conversation where we're like, okay, so actually eating on the holodeck, like what?
Yeah.
So when they were on rations and they didn't have enough food, right? Is she actually eating? What's happening there? Are you eliminating and defecating on the holodeck? And if you do, what happens there?
Well,
and what happens to all those bodily fluids?
Yeah, in all seriousness, I think that that what Michael said there is probably what the deal is.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but still, it's still a fun joke. Did the Spirit Folk take over StreamYards? Apparently, they did.
They did.
Mark, see, because number one can star stuff, and I can't. She can star chats, and I can't see the ones she stars. I have to star them myself now, which is coming up the works. So let's get to our next one now.
And what's really super insane is that after you've read them, they don't unstar for me. So I have 32 in the kitty right now. You
can unstar them?
I can't unstar them. I have 32 in the kitty. So I think you're on your own for the comments. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about for starring?
Yeah,
but you can see the live chat, the live ones though, right?
I can see the live ones, but the starred ones are a gong show. I can't unstar them, and they don't go anywhere. So I have 32 sitting in the kitty, even though
you don't worry about that. You don't worry about them. We'll just work it out. This sucks. This better not stay like this. I'm freaking.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. All right, everybody. Our next episode is Ashes to Ashes.
Yes, Ashes to Ashes. Ashes to Ashes is season 6, episode 18. This is production code 238. This first aired on March 1st in the year 2000. I'm going to be.
Sorry.
No, I love that you do that. I love you.
Yo, dog.
Oh. And now I'm going to be reading from the fecal finger paintings of the Chat GPT and other folks, I guess, if you want to call them folks, at wikipedia.org. And thank our lucky stars. It's a short one, folks. An alien comes aboard Voyager claiming to be a deceased member of the crew, Ensign Lindsay Ballard. She explains that an alien race, the Kobali, reproduce by reanimating dead individuals of other races and altering their DNA. The Kobali expect reanimated individuals to live with them, but Ballard escaped and sought Voyager for asylum. Ballard confirms details of her death and past life aboard Voyager, and the doctor confirms that her DNA partially matches the deceased Ballard's. The crew believe her story, and the doctor attempts to change her appearance from Kobali to human. She begins a relationship with Harry Kim. Ballard finds readjustment difficult. Her favorite food tastes metallic due to her Kobali physiology. She sometimes speaks in Kobali without realizing it. She is emotionally volatile, and she must visit sickbay twice daily to maintain her human appearance. When her Kobali father finds Voyager to retrieve her, she reluctantly agrees to leave after an emotional moment with Harry.
What was that?
On a side note, in a side thought, sorry. 7 of 9 attempts to handle the task of caring for the Borg children. She implements a rigid schedule and punishments for deviation, but the children rebel out of a need for individuality. With Chakotay's encouragement, 7 learns to be more flexible with the children. Wow. Okay, boss. Tell me, what did you think of Ashes to Ashes?
Well, it was okay, I guess, but it wasn't more as fun as that review. You're like,
Bad. This is really bad.
yeah, I don't know. It didn't
It's
bother
not
me. I didn't think-
offensively bad, but it's bad.
I didn't think it was particularly bad. I thought it was a modestly decent idea enough. But again, it's one of those ideas that, first of all, I'm glad it wasn't like some sinister alien pulling some kind of fast one. You know how they said they immediately rightly suspected as some kind of, is this a trick? All kind of stuff. Well, it wasn't anything like that. It was straightforward enough. The idea I thought was at least mildly interesting. I like the lady. But still, it boils down to about 30 some odd minutes if you take away from the nothingness of the, what was it, the 7 or 9 deal story, whatever. It was just 30 minutes of her and Harry Kim, bantering off of each other. The idea of itself of her story, I thought at least was a good enough concept, but I just couldn't really get into the episode because not because I don't hate Harry Kim, it's because he bores me. And the whole
Harry having sex? You don't want to watch that?
He didn't.
What's wrong with you? What kind of a science fiction fan are you?
He didn't have sex, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yep.
Well, I didn't see it. Maybe I fell asleep. No. Anyway, I was kind of mostly just kind of blah about the whole thing. I didn't find it particularly bad or anything. I thought it was an okay idea. I think it was well acted enough. It just needed it to be over because it didn't really care much. They don't make me care. They don't always aggravate me like they do you. They don't always make me go insanely like, oh, because this is the worst thing ever. It's offensive. Sometimes they just make me want to go, can you just show me the next one? I don't really care that much.
We have a quick question in the chat, and I'll get to that right now so that we don't lose that. Nirot Anaximander Bear asks, who directed this episode? It was Terry Windell, and then Nirot also says, I thought Harry never scored. No, don't forget when he had sex with the wonderful alien girl that made him glow.
Yes,
and I was like, why didn't they make him have a baby out of his head?
That would have been a great. I would love that episode. If they did
fix the episode. I mean, he's glowing. Oh, he has he's lighting up inside. Let's have a baby burst from his head.
That'd have been the best episode ever. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. It was mildly, like I said, I kind of actually liked the concept of what went on with her and her story. Just being this crewman we didn't know. Yeah, but I don't really. I'm not all that into it. How about that? Does that work for you? I'm not into it.
Your comments sound just like mine.
Go for it. Notes.
Here are my notes, folks. 7 of 9 as a mother. Please, God, make this shite stop.
Oh.
This is a cool idea. Too bad the whole episode sucks. We have some beautiful makeup. My God, does Kim Rose ever have giant feet? She could ski on those suckers.
Jeez,
I hate this awkward romance crap, especially Harry. And I don't care. This is the girlfriend we never heard of. So why do we care? No one cares. The thing I don't like too is that they could just put her through the transporter to reclaim her DNA, plus her DNA would be on file. Parker Luck, good evening.
Hey, Parker Luck.
Why doesn't the universal translator work? Why? Why is the table set for dinner with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in Janeway's quarters? I thought that they have to eat Leola root. They're so low on food, and yet there she is with a stack of Wonder Bread.
How do you burn pot roast with the replicator?
That's another stupid thing that I was going to mention.
Hell?
It would come out perfectly. So get out of here. The conversation goes Pet Cemetery, which I really don't like because it becomes melodramatic, where she has that weird dream where she's in a Stephen King book. And then we go back to the smoochy with Harry. And then we have them bumping uglies. And then we go back to babysitting the Borg babies. So 7 is a gigantic bitch. She's totally mean to the kids, and it's just ridiculous. Then the dad comes, and the translator is working again. But then, just when the translator is working again, it's broken in sickbay. You see, we shouldn't be hearing her saying things in Kabali and people going, what are you saying? Because The translator knows Kabali. We know this from the outset of the episode. So why do they keep pretending like the universal translator's not working? It's a D-.
Oh,
I'm done watching Harry get laid now. I'm good.
did they really have I guess, did they just insinuate that they did, or they?
No, they more than insinuate that they did. They first they play tonsil hockey, and then Harry wakes up in the bed and he's obviously shagged her, and
Okay.
she's contemplating the fact that she wasn't alive, and now she is.
Roger that. I got you. Well, I give it a C-. I don't really care enough to give it anything lower or higher. It's just sort of blah. So there you go. But yeah, she was. 7 was. She's never been. I mean, in her defense, she didn't know anything about being a mother or anything like that. And by the end of the episode, I think she was starting to learn. So, but anyway, yeah, who cares? It sucks. So, all right,
Do you
everybody.
think that that's what the viewers want to see from 7? 7 as a mother to a whole bunch of kids.
Not particularly.
And a giant bitch. No, they just want her for her chesticles. That's what this is all about. So that's the transaction. And we know it because whenever she doesn't have her own episode, she suddenly goes Lotto Super 7 on us. And then we know who's actually in charge behind the scenes. So yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't want to see 7 as a mom, and neither do the men.
I got she's no June Cleaver. All right, everybody. As for your reviews,
The word is given.
all right. So keep it on number 1, even if you can't, or you could try to star. Again, I don't think it's going to help, but I'm going to give us some Max Redstone entertainment really quickly, and then we'll let's see. Ashes to Ashes by Max Redstone. He says a crew member revived with a colorful head. Kathy's pot roast we see is much denser than lead.
Get out of here. Get out of here. That's good stuff. That's cherry stuff. Sorry, can you read that again?
That's right. I got to start over. Okay, start over. A crew member revived with a colorful head. Kathy's pot roast we see is much denser than lead. The only issue at a qualm, can 7 be a good mom? Hologram, Borg, and Delaney. Harry now screws them dead. Whoa. Maxie. Nice. Okay, so yes, still not working. All right. If you could tell me where they begin, though.
They begin
with West again?
West Kegel at 21 minutes past the hour.
Okay. Gotcha. Thank you. That'll help. All right, everybody, start them and we're going to start them all. Mark, if you're there, if you could try to star him and see what happens. I don't think it's going to work for him either, but let's test it. If you're there, if you're not. So,
where are you?
We're going to do it later. We'll test him later.
He said he just tried.
Oh, and it's not working?
It doesn't work.
Let's see. Pick a non-review one and start.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me when you've done it. Nope. Did you try?
Common people just put in the chat. I've never watched Star Trek. I'm very confused.
Oh. Wow. Well, that's cool. All right, where were I? All right, so my last one was okay. Star. Sorry, everybody. Hopefully they're gonna fix this. This is absolute.
There is no try.
Freaking annoying.
There is only do.
So you tried one though? Okay, thanks. Did Mark? That's all I needed to know. Just wanted to test just in case.
It's a piece of crap.
Yeah,
it's crapola.
Oh man, StreamYard, you suckle.
Oh my goodness.
This is
Enigmatic Dropper just said this is a test. YouTube just ate my last 4 comments.
Really? Let me see.
WTF.
Oh wow. Holy cripes. Damn, I'm sorry, dude. What the hell? Maybe if you close your browser and come back in, it might reset things. Or I could try.
StreamYard is just a gigantic piece of poop today.
I guess I'm going to try. I'm going to jump out and jump back in. So if you guys want to.
I'll wait here.
All right, everybody. I've starred them. We'll see what happens if they stay starred or not. Let's try this. I hope it won't be bad. Let's try.
Michael Beacom.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
Shoot is saying if you say Rumble, YouTube
look.
eats your chat.
Now star one, number one.
I just starred Max and Max again.
All right, let's see. Star something. Was it a review one or just nothing? The normal one. Oh. What did you star?
I starred Maxie.
No, it's not. Try something else. One more.
I'm gonna try Enigmatic Drop Bear.
Anything. Okay.
24 minutes past the hour. Does he show up?
It's not working, but you know what did show up?
What?
All the super chats that were and all that other stuff.
Isn't it weird? And right now I have 49 of the comments in my kitty and I can't clear them.
I got a super chat that I didn't even see earlier from Max saying, I am Kirok.
This is what I'm saying.
Sorry,
isn't
Max.
this bizarre?
Yeah, Max, I'm sorry I didn't see that one earlier. I apologize. And Larry, we did see that when he gifted memberships, right?
Yep. He very generous gift.
And we saw West's things he did. Star Blazing Wolverine from earlier. Oh, he just said, nope, I'll just rate them all F tonight. He said, okay, thank you. Thank you, buddy. Holodeck is a danger. So that's RR's earlier. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to have to still go back and star them.
Common people.
I'm
so sorry, boss. I wish I could help you. I know you really enjoy me organizing everything for you. I'm sorry, honey.
So it's not your fault. I just hope this gets fixed because this is really annoying. It was so.
I know, darling. I'm sorry.
So efficient. Oh, ain't you?
We're such a great team that way too, because I get
so
it all
perfect.
cue for you, and then it's weird.
It was so. I mean, it was so perfect. It was really efficient. Clockwork.
Mm-hmm.
But let me just get it. So everyone, I'm going to get as many of these as I can, and then just go with it from there. And if number one sees any other ones, so sorry about that, folks. Okay. Now I do believe, I think I've got it all. The last one I starred, by the way, number one, so you'll know, is Neratanax Amanda Bear. So if you see anyone at 25 past the hour,
that is
if you
the
see
last
anything
one
after that, okay, good. So if you see anything
you got
after
it,
that,
honey. I will put my eagle eyes on the chat, and you go ahead and read.
And it won't let you unstar, huh?
It will not. I have 50 in my queue now, and
holy crap.
After you read them, they don't deselect.
Yeah, but you can't even deselect them yourself.
Let's see.
Unstar
earlier I tried and it didn't work. You ready?
Yeah, try to unstar one. And you can't unstar anything? It won't affect mine. I don't think. Oh, well. Is it working?
Oh, no, it's working now.
Okay.
I can unstar. Before I couldn't.
But you can only unstar yours, I guess.
I can only unstar mine.
So hopefully, there you go. So after I do these, you can just unstar them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right, here we go, folks. Sorry about that. Wes Cagle says, while this was a decent enough concept, I was left wondering how she thought she'd fit in better with the Kabali, given that she has all of her memories from her human past. And then she started forgetting them. Weird. It was, yeah, you're right. It was kind of strange.
And it all could have been fixed with one sentence from the author at that point too. Like they could have said something like, usually humanoids have a seamless transition in the Kabali DNA swab, but humans are particularly resistant. Their memories persist for many days, but our physicians have now, they have this shot for you and it will make it all better. Like just give us a couple of sentences to make it make sense, right, West?
Yeah. There you go. He says, I see they did the woman cook burns the pot roast trope, but with a replicator. What WT? Yeah, isn't it? I mean, it was a replicator, right?
It's dumb.
You can be only Janeway can be a crappy cook with a replicator.
Why? The replicator is.
I guess it was it not? It was a replicator. If I'm sorry,
It was a replicator.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and it also wouldn't give her a full pot roast. They wouldn't be doing that, especially when they're on rations and eating Leola root. It would give her a portion of a roast beef dinner, so a couple of slices of medium rare prime rib, maybe with gravy or au jus on it, some mashed potatoes and some roasted carrots. That's what it should be producing. Why would she need a gigantic lead roast that looked like a giant dinosaur turd for two women that weigh under 100 pounds?
I don't know. We're ridiculous. Computer, please make me a pot roast and burn it so you can't eat it. All right. Well, if you say so, dumbass. Still giving it an F because it is Voyager after all. That's a fair cop. Thank you, West. Let's see it. RRTNZ says bored kids can access key systems.
Yeah.
Seven and Tuvok are incompetent. Well, there's a newsflash there for you.
Yep.
Kim Rhodes looked cuter purple. Decent twist. We knew Harry couldn't just get lucky or promoted. Poor bastard. B-.
I completely agree with that review, including about the attractiveness of Kim Rhodes. I think she looks marvelous as a Kabali.
Wow.
That happens sometimes when you cosplay. You look in the mirror and you're like, damn. Wish I could keep this skin.
Shooter says, see, an alien shuttle caught up to Speedy. Yeah, there's another thing. I forgot about this. Thank you, Shooter. I'm not going to interrupt your thunder here, but good God. If she was left 30, was it 3 years ago, whatever, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah.
How did the Kabali, they picked up her floating, corpse.
Right.
How in the hell didn't the Voyager make one of those big leaps at one point to cut 10 years off?
They did. And moreover, remember that the Kabali character, the Kim Rhodes character,
right?
Lindsay, she actually says to Janeway directly that she pretended to go along with it for 2 years. And then just recently started looking for Voyager. So it's really, really bad. And before we continue, although this is totally interrupting, everyone, please say goodnight to Penny. Penny, thank you so much for joining us. Sleep, sweet, beautiful lady. We'll see you soon.
Good night, Penny. Let's see here. All right. Let me get back to where I was. So yes, Shooter. How an alien shuttle caught up to Speedy Voyager after 2 years? Right. Thank you, Shooter, because I totally forgot about that. Every time I watch it, I think about that, and then I forgot one because I don't make notes. Yeah, right. An alien species that reproduces through reviving the dead. Nah, it does not make sense. Well, yeah, I mean, you put it like that. Look, she is cute, and there is some merit to the story, but all in all, the stupidity of it and that ending of her going back with the aliens just ruined any chance for this. I can't say I blame you one bit. Thank you, Shoot. Exactly.
You need to know, because everything's going wackadoodle-doo, that Eric K just sent you another gift, boss.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Eric. Thank you, buddy. He says, Bobby, they went back. I told you last time. Yeah, they went back. They're going in circles. They went back in
circles, Eric. They're going in circles.
Yeah, but they seriously didn't, though. In all seriousness, I know what he's saying, but they actually didn't. They just don't.
They cut 10 years off their journey. This woman played around pretending that she was Kabali for 2 years. Then, in just a matter of weeks, she was able to catch up to Voyager. Then shouldn't we be asking the Kabali for their tech? Shouldn't we be welcoming them with open arms, saying, yes, yes?
Narada Maximus says, unless you consider angels and demons. I'm sorry, Narada, I can't really remember which episode that may be. Sorry. I don't know that one. Anyway. Michael Beacom says, Two Voyager constants. No Voyager shuttlecraft will end its service with structure intact. 2. All of Harry Kim's romances will end the same way Voyager shuttles do. Voyager shuttles do disastrously. Disastrously. The companion says that the Kabali find this girl's body drifting in space, yes, and reanimate it. Is Princess Fiona here to tell these reptiles just what a hard vacuum does to protoplasm? I wish she were. We haven't seen our wonderful friend Fiona in a long time. Maybe she's been busy.
Her lungs would boil, the inside of her body would boil, and that would be the end of her. Boss, I need to let you know now, sweetheart, that Enigmatic Drop Bear dropped 4 reviews, and obviously with them deleting all of his crap.
I got it.
Yeah, but you need to know. So you're going to see 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, 2 out of 4.
Yeah.
That's 3 out of 4.
That's weird. That's gonna be 3. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, you know what's weird?
Got that?
I've seen some I didn't star. Like you got common people. I didn't start. I've never watched Star Trek. I'm very confused. Did I do that one or did you?
No, I did that one as a test.
And well, it worked. I see stars. Did Mark do that? Mark, did you do the one that says I see stars?
I didn't do that one.
I didn't either. I don't think I did.
Mark says I start that one. Okay, Mark, stop starting things now.
No, star another one just to see if it works. Yeah, I got you. Oh, you did that. Okay. Well, star another one just for the hell of both of you and see if something a non-review one. Anyway, let's see. I'll get back to the reviews. Did you try one? Let's see. Nope, didn't work. Oh well. This is really maybe that means I'll get it fixed. Maybe it's just a wonky thing. All right, Jill, anti-derivative, and Jill says D.
Yeah.
The Voyager crew is not supposed to be bigoted or uncomfortable because someone speaks another language.
Yes.
Never mind how it works to deliberately override the universal translator.
Like 5 times, Jill.
Yep. That's craziness. Crazy towns. Yep. They turned 7 into a joke, and all I got was this lousy GIF. GIF. Yes, good one. Fun will now commence. Actually, I like the GIF, but I'd have rather seen a sincere attempt at the nurturing role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she has no experience. Like I'm not trying to defend her but she's cute, so I will. In Genesis,
no one wants to see her in the mother role. No one.
No. In Genesis, in TNG, and Threshold here, they were able to reverse a complete overhaul in DNA change. Also, what happened to the magical transporter that Pulaski used to DH in TNG? You know what happened to it. They don't use them anymore.
The same thing me. As I was thinking, like what like when the doctor says we don't have enough of her DNA. What?
Yeah.
Like, what are you saying? You don't have enough of her DNA. What are you saying? Like, her DNA is on file. It's in the transporter. Like, dumb.
Yep. Mark, if you can play that if you want to. He added a clip, but I can't.
Fun will now commence.
Oh. Thank you. Oh, and then she has
and then 4 out of 5 for Jilly. Yeah.
Bringing back a character from the dead would be more compelling if we actually knew or cared about her.
Exactly.
Good point.
The girlfriend we never met.
Yes. Is the replicator malfunctioning, or does it contain a recipe for burnt pot roast? Maybe some people like burnt pot roast. I guess she needs therapy to come to terms with becoming part of 2 species. But instead of integrating her into the crew, they send her back to people who want her to forget. Very unhealthy. It was just,
it's weird.
It's kind of weird. Weird. Anyway, common people, thank you. I've never watched Star Trek. I'm very confused. Well, don't start. If you ever do, don't start with this show, in my opinion.
Don't start with Voyager. Start with TOS, please.
Start with the original series. All right. So, okay. The great Eric K says D. The universal translator in and out was driving me nuts. I think the writers think every species speak English. Is a Virgin Harry still a virgin if he has sex with a corpse, is Harry a necrophiliac? No, I mean, like I said, he did an episode where he did better than most guys in space ever will do. She was a
the sexy
supreme hottie.
scientist.
Oh God, yeah, whatever the name of that episode was.
She was absolutely on fire hot. She looked like Betty Page. I don't even know how he got a chance to have sex with her, and he had sex with her multiple times until he started to glow.
That was called The Disease, I think.
Yeah, The Disease. Unfortunately, I don't know why they called it that, because because
love is a disease.
Some sort of chemical pair bonding, and I was really hoping a baby would explode out of Harry Kim's head.
Well, you can't have everything.
Yeah, you can't.
Lisa says, D. Cool makeup and transforming to human, but she's been passed for what, 3 years? Yep. Amazing how her shuttle caught up to the slipstream wormhole subspace channeling Voyager Mommy 7 with her brood law. Yeah, that's a fast ship, man. Maybe they should get some. Hey, Kamali, we're giving it back to you. Can you give us some of that ridiculously fast technology you apparently have?
Yeah. Imagine what shape her body would be in. And you've just received a gift from the great Eric K. And common people, yes, start with the cage. Find the cage and watch the cage.
Yes, start in production order of Star Trek: The Original Series. If you are able to find it, and you can. There's plenty. It's all over the place, streaming wise.
Yeah, watch the cage, then watch Where No Man.
Yeah, well, look up production order, and it'll tell you.
Yeah.
And we'll help you if you need us.
Yep. You just received another gift from Eric K. 2 on deck, boss.
I'll be right there. Let me get Max. Sorry to put that up there. Max Redstone said made up episode. Okay. A+. While not sci-fi and not even Star Trek, this episode took a refreshing break to explore the family origins of Gunner's mate, first class Philip Asshole. Wow. Who, what, how, when? I don't even know what's going on here. Why are there so many a-holes on Spaceballs? They're all a-holes, sir. On Spaceball 1. Is President Scroob's ass really that big? How many times will Lone Star run over Neelix in the Winnebago?
Many times.
Only the Schwartz knows. The Schwartz.
I hope Barf bites him.
He's been watching Spaceballs too much. Narada Bear says, I give this episode a D. The idea of a species reproducing by recycling the dead of others is interesting, though. Someone must have done some. I can't. You got me. While out sailing or golfing. I don't know that word. I got to admit, good one though. Anytime, you got me on that, but thank you, Narat. I don't know that
you
word.
Just received a gift from common people.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. They didn't star. Okay. Thank you, Eric K. Says the clone was the glowing one. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you, buddy. And then Eric again says, Voyager had not reached that part of space. Huh? Common people, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Says thank you. Well, thank you for being here. We always love having new friends here, and anytime we can help you. Oh, look, there you go, common people. Jill put a production order.
Oh, yes.
List in there.
Jilly.
Yeah, and it's always in the case of original Trek, the first season in particular, it's best to watch that. I mean, you do it all anyway, but the first season is kind of. I mean, look. You can, if no one ever told you that and you watch it, you'd probably love the show anyway. I did. I mean, I didn't know about production order until years after I'd been watching it. But now, sometimes when it'll make character development flow a little bit better for you, probably. So, anyway, where are we at? Okay, Star Blazing Wolverine says F rating, all title, asses to asses. Kim scores. Asses to asses.
She shoots. She scores. Sorry, that's a Canadian joke. I'm going to be quiet now.
This was a boring app. No way I watched this at first showing, and glad I didn't. 7 frustrated with her version of Galactica 1980 Super Scouts. Wow. A Galactica 1980 episode. Only you, buddy. The great enigmatic Droppa says, D. Voyager is so frustrating. This story had a lot of potential if the show had continuity and proper character development. So we knew who Redshirt Ballard was and Harry's crush on her. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Character development. So we knew who Redshirt Ballard was and Harry's crush on her. Sorry about that, ED, but yes, quite very much. Her relationship with Harry extended back to their days at the academy, yet she has never been mentioned, not even by Tom, who typically makes a point of being across Harry's crushes. Yes, indeedishness. Adding to the continuity problems, Ballard was able to catch up to Voyager, even after all Voyager's distance jumps in the interceding 3 or so years. That's really ridiculous, you know. The creepy Kabali's approach to perpetuating their species was an interesting idea, but in true Voyager fashion, I bet they never fleshed out. I bet they are never fleshed out. Sorry, properly.
Well, that's a great pun, but
That's a good one.
But
yes.
I like that you raised that point, because that's all I think about whenever I watch this episode. Why did they name it Ashes to Ashes? I mean, imagine the shape of Ballard's body after being put into they didn't, what did they put her in, a torpedo tube, they said? I believe that's what Ballard says she was put into.
Buried her in space. Yeah.
So what value would there be in collecting her body, since the body would just be a vessel and not a nuclear vessel, but just a vessel? What interest would they have in it after it had been in space? I mean, that body would be completely useless. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's interesting. I'll have to talk about that one day. Professor R2 talking about, he said, I will fight to the death over the proper order of the prisoner episodes, though. I hear you.
No, I have lots of opinions on that.
Aired order is fine. Production order is better. Yeah, look, Professor R2, I agree with that in the sense that if you didn't know and you just, I got to watch Star Trek, and you watched them in the air, you'd still, if it's a show you're going to like it. Either way. But if you meet someone that you hasn't watched it yet, and you want to say, watch it in the production order, which is kind of, a pain in the butt the way they are on those Blu-rays, but easier if you're doing a streaming thingy. It is that's the way we reviewed it, because it is pretty cool if you watch it that way. Mm-hmm. It's almost, you know what? It's almost better for people who watching it after they've seen it a bunch of times, watching it in proud order, because things start to make more sense and unfold, and you start to realize things like, oh yeah, that more because you know the show anyway.
Yeah.
Whereas you can watch those cold, but I say if you can watch them in proud order, it's cool to do. Prisoner, but again, when I first saw The Prisoner, the first few times, I didn't have any I just watched air order, and it was fine. I loved it just as much, but I do love there's a certain order now. There's a lot of fights about what that is. So anyway, Mark D, did you have anything you want to say about the episode?
Bubba Doom.
Hey, Bubba Doom. But I do love I'm not sure which order you subscribe to for the order, Professor R2, but we may like the similar one. I don't know. I don't like the Prisoner 1 Society order much, but it's okay. Bubba Doom, what's up, buddy? Okay, Mark D, did you have anything you wanted to say about the episode? Or if you want to come back and do it later. On the way. Okay. Yeah, but you're busy, dude. It's not a problem. But yeah, prod order on the Prisoner. You really got to get those first 3 or 4.
I think so.
Right. 3 or 4 for sure. 5
because
at least.
It makes the relationships and the power dynamic more, I don't know, it drew me in. Once I knew your order and I watched your order, I was like, oh, this is a really good show.
Yeah.
When
I
I
didn't even make
first
that
tried
one.
it,
Yeah.
like just in the regular order that everyone else watches it in, I was like, well, this is kind of peculiar. Um, and I don't want to send out any spoilers, but due to the relationships and how the power is explained, the power differential and everyone's place in the village, I think it makes a massive difference for the prisoner. Now, for Star Trek, I'm just killing time while Mark puts his reviews
No,
in.
I got you. Got you. Yeah.
For Star Trek, I'm pretty rigid about the fact that you should watch it in production order, because what it does is it silences anyone who believes that, quote unquote, Gene Roddenberry made a whole bunch of mistakes, and that this is a mistake and that this is a mistake, and that that Vulcanians are just full of joy and happiness, and they're always smiling and very happy, and it's super emotional, and all these things that people that have no idea what they're talking about, they use that as a weapon on social media to make it seem like TOS sucks, or that like you can't criticize the filth because Gene Roddenberry made mistakes too. No, actually, he didn't. If you watch in production order, it all becomes clear exactly what happened and what was going on with the pilots and how ideas were taking shape and how the studio and the production people changed
Right.
what was happening. So
Gotcha.
important.
Hey, one night on the clubhouse, come hang out, come see us, Professor R2, and Michael will talk some when we get time done with our reviews and stuff. We'll talk about Prisoner Order, because it's going to be after Blake 7. We're going to review it. We'll talk about the Prisoner Order. Or we can do it after Kolchak if you want. Anyway.
Yeah, we could do it after Kolchak.
Yeah, because Kolchak's going to be shorter. All right, so the great Mark D with the C, the chief engineer, says C-. The actress is charming, but the episode makes no sense. There is no chemistry between Kim and Ballard, and I can't stand the convenient romance that happens off screen. I got you. Oops. What did I do? Oh. How slow is Voyager going so that the Kabbalah can catch them?
Right.
Only way to procreate is by claiming dead bodies. Writers are idiots. They are.
Mhm.
There you go.
And Bubba Doom left one, boss. 51 minutes past
Oh,
the
okay.
hour.
Bubba Doom said, D, this episode was another way to hurt Harry. Leave Harry alone. Leave
No,
Harry alone.
Bubba Doom, you have to type in, Harry did nothing wrong.
Yes. Okay. All right. So let us move along, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. For
But
our
not,
next episode.
not move along home.
I think I'd rather watch that than Spirit Folk, but well, it's close, but
It's a close one.
yeah. All right, the next episode is Good Shepherd. Go for it, number 1.
It's Good Shepherd. No, it's
Good
not.
Shepherd. No, it's not.
It's Child's Play.
Oh, Child's Play. I got them backwards. Dang it. Child's Play, folks. Sorry.
Got it?
Yep.
Is that correct? Let me just check. Yep.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how I got my pictures backwards.
Child's Play is season 6, episode 19. It is production code 239. This first aired on March 8th in the year 2000. And now I will read the fecal finger paintings of ChatGPT and various nincompoops on the interwebs known as wikipedia.org.
Is Chucky in this? I don't know.
Is Chucky?
Chucky. Whatever do you mean? Good.
Captain Bangway informed 7 of 9 that the parents of Egypt, one of the... Pardon?
I'm like, every time you say Bangway, go ahead.
Captain Bangway informed 7 of 9 with the long feet that the parents of Egypt, one of the children 7 has been taken care of, have been located, and he is going to have to leave Voyager. When they hear Egypt's home planet, readings indicate when they near Egypt's home planet, readings indicate that there is a Borg transwarp conduit nearby, and the planet has been attacked by the Borg several times. When Janeway, 7, Egypt, and Tuvok beam to the surface, they meet the Brunali, who live in huts. The Brunali explained that they have to keep things low tech or the Borg will detect them and attack the planet again. That's not true. The Borg will just take you. They just want your flesh. They'll just take your little arms and legs. Your tech has nothing to do with it. They're not a part of
Yeah.
Starfleet where they're waiting until you're warp capable. What kind of crap
Why
is
would-
that? Shut
Why
up.
would, why would the Borg need their tech? Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the Borg want body parts. They have all the tech. Anyway.
Right. They just want people. They want people.
They want body parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
After meeting Ichep's parents, Lucan and Yefei, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but let's face
Close
it,
enough.
the Brunali don't exist, so don't worry about the pronunciation.
Yes.
The away team and Ichep's parents return to Voyager and discuss how to make the transition easier. While on board, Lucan explains to Seven that the Borg took Ichep 4 years ago when he wandered off to see a new fertilization array. After spending time with his parents, Ichep decides to stay with the Brunali despite Seven's protest. As Voyager leaves the planet, Seven begins to research the circumstances of Ichep's assimilation. She discovers that the Borg did not attack the planet 4 years ago, meaning that Ichep's father was lying. Okay, well, that's not true because Seven doesn't discover that. The cute little girl, Marley McLean, who plays Mizotti, she's the one who tells Seven that. Yeah. When Seven gives this information to Bangway, the captain turns the ship around and heads back to the Brunali planet. Meanwhile, on the Brunali world, Ichep's parents grab him and inject him with an alien medical device. Why is it alien? It belongs to the Brunali. Who wrote this? The device renders Ichep unconscious, and his parents put him on a shuttle heading for the Borg transwarp conduit. When Voyager returns to the planet, Seven discovers the shuttle heading for Borg space, and Voyager pursues. Seven manages to transport Ichep onto Voyager just as a Borg sphere emerges from the conduit and traps both the shuttle and Voyager in a tractor beam. The crew transports a photon torpedo to the shuttle. Photon torpedo, away! Well, detonates inside the sphere and damages it, allowing Voyager to escape. After leaving with Ichep, the Doctor determines that Ichep has been genetically engineered with anti-Borg pathogens, suggesting his parents had raised him specifically to infect the Borg. No, they didn't raise him. They genetically altered him.
Right?
They engineered him. Yeah. So this entire Wikipedia article is shite. It's incorrect from start to finish. As seen in the earlier episode, Collective, and stop the attack on their planet, Seven begins to help Ichep understand that as an individual, he can determine his own destiny. And that is all the ChatGPT did to splat and squirt poop all over the wikipedia.org article on Child's Play. Boss man, tell me, what'd you think of Child's Play?
Well, this one's all over the place. This episode is a mess because I by the way, I kind of like Icheb.
Me too.
I actually like that character.
Yep.
And I thought some of the stuff between him and Seven, and even the kids in this one is pretty good. And I like the great Mark Shepard is in that one. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, Good Shepherd starring Mark. Nope, he wasn't in Good Shepherd. Professor are too close, but Mark Shepard, who's always good and stuff, is in this one. It's a fascinating idea because it's a good. I mean, to me, it does two things at the very end there. It does give you a very good twist about what, we think they're just going to leave if you hadn't seen it before, right? Mm-hmm. They're leaving Icheb there, and you're like, oh, that's kind of sad. He's leaving, but he's going to be happy. And then when we find out what's going on, when it's uncovered what's going on, I thought, wow, that's interesting and stuff. But then we get to this part where, and I thought that was very good. But then we get to this part where, wait a minute, but I don't know. It's granted a legitimate moral dilemma, but if Janeway goes and does this and takes this kid back, is she destroying this whole world? I mean,
depends. Do you believe in bioweapons? Do you believe in making a child into a bioweapon?
I don't. So I mean, was she right to go bring the kid out? I don't believe in bioweapons, but stopping the Borg to save the whole world. I think it's an interesting. That's why I admire the episode, giving it a very tough choice. Do you agree with her doing this? Rescuing Icheb, and thereby, what are the Borg going to do to that planet?
Yeah,
So,
I have some thoughts.
well, I'm ready for your. Like I said, I think that's perfectly fine that they would put something up there. It's rough, but I think the episode is interesting for that. More interesting for that, actually.
I think so as well.
Yep, actually, Star Blazing Wolverine. Yep, that is similar to that Doctor episode. But anyway, go with your notes.
There's a big sign up in the mess that says the annual science fair. Now, WTF? Why the hell would they have an annual science fair for children
kids just showed up? The kids
when
just
Naomi
arrived.
was the only kid on board?
Right, until 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense. Manu and this marvelous human followed me on Twitter until I quit Twitter. And now I'm back on Twitter. But then I believe he also followed me on Instagram. So I actually like this person. This person has been very nice to me, this actor. And I think he is a cool person. And so I'm going to butcher his last name, and I don't mean it disrespectfully because I actually really like this person. He has been very kind to me, and I think it's really cool that he follows me on social media. So Manu Intirami, I think is how you say it. Anyways, I think he is a wonderful actor, and I think he plays a wonderful child here. And he reads as a 15-year-old boy, which I think is just fabulous because he is actually 22 years old. So he was born in 1978, but he is just such a great actor that he reads as a child. And it's not just his face. It isn't just that he has a baby face. It's just his acting. I just think that he is a wonderful person, and so I think he makes the episode, and I think he's a wonderful actor.
Yes, he's really good.
More Borg mama crap. And I don't like the fact that Seven says that she never saw her parents after she was assimilated. That's not true because we all know she comes face to face with her father and basically doesn't know what to do with herself. Another episode. See, this is where I step out of being a viewer and I step into being an author and an editor. This is another episode exploring a character's past life. So the crux, the meat of this episode is a character exploring his past life, his past relationships, fitting in with a new family and an old identity, and a new family and all of the things that are required from a new family and an old family, and this old identity versus this new identity. These ideas need to be spread out in the production. And I would say that if I was working in this writer's room, so that it isn't so obvious that the writer's room is reworking the same ideas and situations. So we just dealt with this with Ensign Ballard, with Lindsay Ballard, with this Kobali thing, where once again, the crux, the meat of the episode is this person exploring her past life that sort of phases in and out of who she is and coming to grips with this new identity and her old family and her new family. So the thing is that when you are reworking the same ideas in a writer's room and you're reworking those same situations, it's unprofessional and odd when you have so many resources. I mean, this isn't a single author. This is a writer's room. When you're reworking the same idea and you don't spread it out, this should have been sent down the chain in the production order so that it wasn't as obvious. We have all of the same scenes and all of the same setups. So you could put them over top of one another or put them in editing like we do side by side, and you can see that it's right down to the awkward conversation about hurt feelings about whether you're going to choose your old life or your new life, and also the weird melodramatic goodbye. So we see these exact same scenes, the exact same setup, the exact same conversations that happen with Harry and Lindsay that are happening between Seven and Ichep. So the only thing that changes is that the first relationship was sexual and the second relationship is a motherly relationship. So I think as an author and as an editor, they really dropped the ball here. And that's a side note as to whether or not you liked the episode. I just think that it's too close. I understand that in the writer's room, they were talking about this idea. They thought it was really great to massage this idea in another direction and have a great twist, but it's the same story and it's all the same scenes. And I think that a keen viewer knows that, like an intelligent viewer knows that and senses it right away and says, hey, wait a second here. So they auditioned this idea and decided to do it two ways. The scenes are too similar. Anyways, so that's one part of my notes. The next is the twist at the end is so interesting and it is so cool. But up until this point, this is just an alternate ending to the same story with different characters. And the relationship is no longer sexual. It's about parents. And his parents are deranged maniacs who genetically engineered a baby and sent it to be tortured. I think they are heartless psychopaths. I also am really unhappy with the closing scene that Ichep has with Seven, because basically what these people are trying to say is that an SUICIDE bombing
self-delete. Yeah.
is someone's destiny. And Ichep is not an SUICIDE bomb. He's a human being.
Right.
So I don't like that the writer's room decided to turn a child into a weapon. And I think that that sort of thing is morally reprehensible. And I think it's unconscionable to put it on screen. No one should ever tell a child that a child's destiny is to be an SUICIDE bomb.
Yeah, they were rotten, but in fiction, characters do rotten, horrible things. And his parents were horrible. And the father looked like he was kind of not wanting to do it, but the mother was talking, and then they did it. And yeah, they're horrible, despicable. And I'm glad that Icheb got away from him.
Yeah, and I feel so bad at that last conversation. I just believe that if it was more becoming of Star Trek, that Seven would have said something to him. If Gene Roddenberry were there, or a member of the Holy Trinity were, if we had someone there present, like Gene L. Kuhn or Dorothy Fontana or Gene Roddenberry there would have been a Kirk moment. Where we would have had someone say to Icheb, look, Icheb, you are not a self-delete bomb. You are not a weapon. You're a child. And your parents are wrong. They're evil or something to that effect.
Absolutely.
And we don't get that. And this is why you hear people who really, really love Star Trek really, really get angry with Voyager. Like when you hear our buddy Doomcock, like DC, when DC talks about how much he dislikes Voyager, it's really important to highlight why there are so many fans that don't like Voyager. And so this is one of those times where it's like, here you have this boy who is visually, semiotically a 15-year-old child who's being told that he should be an SUICIDE bomb.
Yeah.
And that if he doesn't do this,
a kamikaze.
If he doesn't kamikaze, that's a great word. Thanks, sweetheart. We're trying to get around the algorithm here.
Starblaze mentioned in the chat. He reminded me of the way to go, Starblaze.
Yeah, so if he doesn't kamikaze, this young boy who was designed to be this kamikaze, that he somehow failed his people. There should have been a huge reckoning, a verbal reckoning therein, and there isn't. So when we look to people who are very stern and very angry with Voyager, we can look to moments like this. And certainly I find it incredibly, incredibly disappointing to see this sort of
Who was
message.
it that told him that again? It was the father. It was the parents, right?
Yeah, and
He
then
was destined to be a kamikaze, you know, self-deleting bomb thingy. Well, they're bad, rotten, so of course they would say something sick like that.
But Seven really drops the ball here, and the writers really dropped the ball, because we should have taken Seven out of the picture. We should have had Bangway there, and Bangway should have said, what your parents did is wrong. Your life, you were not designed to be a bomb. You were not designed to kill yourself and murder billions of these beings. That is not your destiny. And the poor kid actually says to Seven, you know, that what if this was my destiny? That is no child's destiny. That is no child's destiny. And so I just think it's very unbecoming of Star Trek. And we should have had a Kirk moment. We should have had Bangway take the wheel here and say, look, you're a child and your destiny is hope and love, and you're so talented and you're so intelligent, and you're going to stay with us, and you are not obligated to kill anyone, and certainly not become a mass murderer by blowing your kamikaze self up.
Right.
I hope I get that. I hope that gets around the algorithm. Anyway, so I just find it morally reprehensible to present the idea, but then to be very un-Star Trek-like in tying up the end of it, and making sure that no child believes that it's their job to kill themselves and to become a SUICIDE bomber to save their people. Ridiculous. Not good. So I'm going to go ahead and just say right now that it's an F, and that, yeah, like I said, this is one of those disappointing episodes where people say, I hate Voyager, and this is why.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a C minus, because I did find a fascinating idea, the whole thing, the twist there. And what you're saying is that these evil, horrible parents said something evil and horrible to the kid, right? About, hey, Lasher, good to see you. Or I mean, I'm going to be clear on what you were saying. That you're saying that they shouldn't have said that. They shouldn't have done that to him. But everyone agrees it was horrible what they did to them.
Exactly.
But that's the plot. I mean, people in Trek have done horrible things before, and the point is, he got out, and you know, he's a good character. The kid's very well done and stuff. So, I mean, I can't ding it for having evil characters doing evil things.
No, me neither.
Kid. So,
but there has to be a correction, because in Gene Roddenberry's universe, things are supposed to be utopian, and Starfleet and Starfleet officers, especially the captains, are supposed to be the moral lead, the moral compass. And we certainly would have had, if Kirk, does this pass the Kirk test? It definitely doesn't. We would have had a Kirk moment with Ichep, letting him know that a child is potential, a child is innocence, and that he is free to become the brilliant geneticist that he is destined to become, and that he is not beholden to kill anyone, and definitely not to become a kamikaze.
I mean, it certainly would hurt to add that to the episode.
Yeah. If they would have added that to the episode, I think it would have improved it, and they probably would have given it around a B.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good other than that. But I understand. I mean, I can see, but I got to tell you, that never even occurred to me. So when I came away from it, I came away thinking this is pretty interesting. Although, I mean, it was like, wow, it's interesting that these people are now going to get their comeuppance for what they do with kids, because they're toast now. That I guess they may have other weapons, but or more kids to use, unfortunately. But either way, I'm glad that they saved. Hey, Apollome's minion.
Hey, and the pepperoni.
Hey, but I'm glad they saved him. Too bad. Well, I won't go into what happened to him, and you know what, because it was disgusting. What happened to him, and you know what, in the filth. All right, so all right, everybody. Get to the. for
So
your
it doesn't,
review.
I guess the reason why I give it that, well, not I guess, the reason I give it that, just so I make it clear to everyone, is because it doesn't pass the Kirk test. And if it doesn't pass the Kirk test, it doesn't pass the Gene Roddenberry test. You can present torture, you can present all of these horrible, awful things that we all think are heinous and absolutely terrible things. But Star Trek is a utopia. It offers hope. It offers peace. It offers a higher minded, better version of ourselves. And so it doesn't pass the Kirk test, and it does so in a very heinous way, I think.
Yeah. Well, I hear you. Like I said, I was about to give it like a B or something, but I guess I could ding it to the C plus. I was all over the place with this one. But where are we at? Let me start. All right. Yeah, but go ahead and did I do my word is given yet? No, I didn't.
I believe so. Oh no, I don't think so.
The word is given.
All right, everyone. So before I start starring your comments, I will bring us some more Maximum Redstone Intertwinement. Child's Play by Maximum Redstone. Here we go. Oh, dearest Echub, what fate has laid. His parents appear and Seven is dismayed. Let me start over. Oh, dearest Echub, what fate has laid. His parents appear and Seven is dismayed. Not all is as appeared. Of course, things seem quite weird when you've turned your son into a bio grenade. Whoa, well done, Maxer. As always, tip top, buddy. All right. I think I'm not sure, but I think RRT and Z would be the first one. Would that be right? You think? Looks like it. Looks like
just let me check, sweetheart.
I think so.
It is, yeah, at 14 minutes past the hour.
Gotcha. Thanks. All righty. Starry. Boy, I hope they fix this thing. It's damn terrible. Let's see. It's weird. The first one I'm getting from Shooter is 2. No, I got it's number 1. That's maybe it. I got it. Never mind. I'm such an idiot. All right. Okay. Okay. Getting them started up, babies. Poor old Echub. They actually use him. He's I gotta say, sometimes they use those bored kids fairly well, even though I don't think they need to have kids all over the damn show, but I like Echub.
The kids are wonderful actors.
Those are really good kids,
Yeah, the kids are wonderful.
Yeah. They have good kid actors for sure. Okay, keep on coming. Oh, let's see. It's the last one. Hang on, everybody. I keep forgetting. All right. I will about 20. Okay, I'm gonna start reading them now. RRT and Z says it's Captain Picard Day. Oh, wait, recycling old ideas, including their own again. This is just ashes to ashes in reverse. Prime directive, nah. Just let them die. C+.
Wonderful. And I totally agree. I totally agree.
There you go. Alrighty then. Max just says D-. Echub is Hugh. Ah, is he? Wow. Except more personality than you. All right. Wes Kagel's got some espic going on here. Says, I like that they gave us a decent issue to wrestle with should Echub be forced back to his people are allowed to stay with Voyager. But it's way out of order. And I like that it was complicated with the parents' sketchy motives. One. Hang on, Westy. Okay. I was also surprised that Insane Way made a good call for once going to save Ichev. Okay. She did. Fair enough. Although Insane Way doesn't initially have an issue with Icheb's parents lying to them, which is weird. Yeah, that was weird. Now that you mention it. Ooh, is there more? You got more coming? Oh, there he is. He's got 5. I got 5. If there's any more of them, I missed your 5. All right. Still, there's no way I give it anything other than F. You know, Voyager.
I love Wes Kegel. Wes Kegel is
you rock.
He's
buddy.
the best.
Oh man, you crack me up, dude. Lisa says, horrible that these farmers conceived a plan of and child to be used as a biological solution weapon. Questioning morals, ethics are of the time when birthing a child to save another child was a hot topic. Thank you so much, Lisa. Well done. Eric K says, C. The only thing I do know is Janeway will not share the virus with the Federation. She will have the Doctor create a cure and share it with the Borg. She is the Borg's best friend after all. Jeez.
But it's true. It's true.
It's true. She will tell the Borg exactly what planet it is for them to destroy it and kill or assimilate countless more billions of the head on the head of Janeway. Sorry, give the virus to everyone in case the Borg take anyone. Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, Eric, that would definitely be an option. I mean, if they had the technology to do that, I would be the first in line. Go ahead, just inject me with it, and then the Borg would soon learn that they couldn't assimilate people. This is the thing. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you're a casual viewer and you like drama, Voyager is awesome sauce. If you are a science fiction fan and you're really looking at what science fiction fans look for, which is science, you begin to shoot a million holes into these episodes. And so I love what you said.
Indeed. Shooter says, C. Bangway, why potatoes? 7. Their first idea was to clone Naomi, but no one deserves to experience Naomi in stereo. Aw, she's okay. I don't mind Naomi. She's a sweetie girl, little sweet, cute little girl. More Borg storytelling, but this one works for me. The explanation of the virus works better than it just happened to evolve in space to affect the Borg. Gotcha. Too bad the episode drags on before we get to the revelation Ichab was weaponized and the moral discussion is as blunt as a sledgehammer. More missed opportunities. Thank you.
Agreed.
Indeed,
especially at the end there when he says, I failed my people, maybe doing the kamikaze so we can get around the algorithm. Me being the kamikaze was my destiny. And Seven's response to him is maybe.
Maybe. Sounds like
what?
Sounds like Man of Steel.
What? Imagine if Kirk was there. Kirk would. No.
There's that horrible scene in Zack Snyder's awful, horrible, garbage Man of Steel, where Kevin Costner, Paul Kent, after young Clark saves a busload of kids with the superpowers, he said, he was chiding him about using his powers. The public says, what was I supposed to do? Let those kids die? And he said, maybe. It's proof right there that Zack Snyder didn't understand Superman at all.
Yeah, like it's
horrible.
It's just so terrible. I can't believe that the first word that comes out of her mouth when this young boy discovers that he is a human bomb, that it was meant to kill an entire species, of cannibalizing computer, whatever, with all of these different body parts and people from all over the world, billions of trillions of bodies. And he says, I failed my people. Maybe being a quote unquote kamikaze was my destiny. And she says, maybe.
Oh,
This is
no,
not
maybe.
Star Trek.
No, it's not your destiny. Your destiny is I was about to make a PR joke. Never mind. Michael Beacom says, I have problems with this app, and I've only read the companion description and Wikipedia. Spew. First, I think that 7 was given kids for, as Cassandra calls it, critter repellent, probably to put an end to the "you're so hot" fan mail by making her motherly. Second,
Oh, that's good.
Second sounds like, in the same way, once again saves the Borg. She must be their hero. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure all the drones enslaved by the Borg, and she does. I mean,
Yeah.
what? I mean, we're glad they saved Icheb, but she also saved the Borg,
Mhm.
in doing so. In the Delta Quadrant, thinks she's great. Yeah. Note of the way the parents were trying to attack them was also evil, but sounds like in the same way didn't even call them out. Glad
Yes.
I never saw this first run.
I really like what Cassandra Beacom said there. That's a very intelligent thing to say, to create a dynamic appeal for the Jerry Ryan character, because up until this point, she's just, chesticles. And so that's a very good point. Very good point. Very good point.
Jilly says, C. While the Borg will assimilate your technology if you have any, if they find out about the Benali at all, their ability to sacrifice kids to destroy ships will end instantly. Good point. Then they will be assimilated. This one does a slightly better job with 7 being protective of Icheb, but we couldn't just have a nice family reconnection episode. It was interesting for the parents to be villains, but why didn't the crew show them how to falsify life form readings and send the infection with a device so they will stop sacrificing kids?
Excellent point. Yeah,
Well,
Eric made
well
the same
done.
point as well. Eric just said, "Well, just
Right.
inoculate everyone, and if you really want to stay on that planet, like Eric said, inoculate everyone, and then the Borg will learn that if they try and touch any of these people, that they're gone."
Yep, they'll leave them alone, but they might blast them from the sky.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, let's see here. Whoops. Baba Doom says, D, another episode of Lost Opportunity. No one had a real light bulb moment. No one saved the day. Ichab did nothing wrong. Agreed. We'll be talking to him too. Moz Monkey Max says, I give it a C-. There were many cringe moments, but I liked the children's acting. And Mark Shepard was in it, so that's all I have. Yeah, I like Mark Shepard, so it's cool. All right, the great Mark D with a C says B-. How could parents sacrifice a child? There has to be a better way. It's mind-boggling, real sickening too. This does, however, present a moral debate. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one. The problem is that they never gave Icheb a choice. Why couldn't they just alter the DNA of an adult who was willing to sacrifice themselves?
Yeah. Why a child?
Why a child? Genetically engineered. I don't know why. This episode also should have had a scene with the captain confronting Icheb's parents and coming up with a way to save them from the Borg. Kirk would have. Mm-hmm. Very true.
No, I love it when Mark agrees and Mark starts putting up the Kirk test. When you put up the Kirk test, it's just like, look, you fail.
Yep.
That is why you fail.
That is why you fail.
Did you just get Edie's, the enigmatic drop bear, the erudite bear?
Let's see. I got him.
He put 4 up.
Enigmatic drop bear says B. Voyager is such a strange show. A lack of setup gave us no reason to care about Harry's relationship with Ballard. Yet, here we are given a reason to care because of prior setup. Good point. This episode could easily be taken as self-criticism, reframing Voyager's core mission of returning home. It poses the question, what does returning home mean for different members of the crew? Let's see. This is my first time watching these last 4 seasons, so I don't know how Voyager ends, but I truly hope they spend some time exploring the issues that will undoubtedly confront the crew. This episode shows the well-meaning urge to return someone to their home can be a mistake. Janeway eschewed good leadership for sentimentality, revealing her naivete. Otherwise, this was an A. I hear you. Wow, well done. Well said as always, sir. So, are we ready to move on to our next one?
We are.
All righty then. Our next and final episode for the evening, folks, is Good Shepherd.
And Good Shepherd is
I will.
6.
I'm gonna grab some medicine real quick, and
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll see you in a minute, sweetheart. Good Shepherd is season 6, episode 20. It's production code 243 if you're following along in the companion or the celebration. And this first aired on March 15th in the year 2000. Oh boy. Looking at the Wikipedia page, it's like, I don't even know. What is this? Like 700, 800 words. This is a first-year college paper written by ChatGPT. No one cares. I'm going to read it. I haven't pre-read it. Let's see how bad it is. After a routine ship-wide efficiency analysis, 7 of 9 determines that 3 of Voyager's crewmen are not performing at acceptable levels, whereas such a problem on a starship would normally be remedied by a transfer to less challenging arrangements. This option is not available to the crew of Voyager, which is stranded tens of thousands of light years from Earth. Captain Janeway decides to take the 3 crewmen under her wing and, against the advice of 7 of 9, brings them along on an astronomical study in the Delta Flyer in order to form a rapport with them. The 3 crewmen are Science Officer William Telfer, a hypochondriac, Tal, a Bajoran whose substandard work requires constant double-checking by others, and an asocial Mortimer Heron, who is interested only in theories and has found an assignment where he can sequester himself on Deck 15 and pursue this subject between occasional duties. Duties. That's just kidding. During the mission, an unknown invisible force strikes the Delta Flyer, knocking its propulsion offline and neutralizing 90% of its antimatter fuel. Janeway transmits a distress call to Voyager. Heron suggests that a comet-like assemblage of dark matter is responsible and proposes ejecting the remaining antimatter, which will attract another impact. But Janeway declines, arguing that more evidence is needed for Heron's theory before she will act on it. She decides to fire a photon torpedo at the Force. Suddenly, at the Force. Use the Force. Suddenly, Telfer begins to dematerialize and disappear. When he reappears, he collapses with something writhing beneath his skin. Janeway fires a phaser at him, and it begins to manipulate his motor neurons, which causes a stick-like entity to burrow itself out of a wound in his neck. Janeway hopes it will now communicate with them, but is frustrated when Heron violates her explicit order and kills it with a phaser. Janeway takes the Delta Flyer to a nearby gas giant planet to reinitialize its warp core, but an unseen, invisible object begins displacing the fragments of the planet's rings, cutting a swath, heading straight for the Flyer. Janeway orders the others into the escape pods, but Celeste and Telfer adamantly remain while Heron heads his escape pod for, proofread. while Heron heads his escape pod for the object in order to give the flyer time to escape. Jeez. Janeway beams him back with the transporter and then fires the flyer phasers at a fragment of the ring in front of the object, igniting a chain reaction. A bright light explodes throughout the flyer. Janeway awakens in sickbay. First Officer Commander Chakotay explains that after receiving her distress call, Voyager found the flyer drifting above a gas giant with all 4 crew members unconscious. Janeway observes that in looking for lost members of her flock, the Good Shepherd ended up running into a wolf, but that in the end she did find them. Jeez, it's so hard to read because it's so poorly written. Okay, just like done with the Wikipedia. I'm so happy I don't have to read anymore. And like, do you need 700 words to describe an episode? Get out of here. Anyway, Good Shepherd, what'd you think of it, boss?
Like someone mentioned, and I knew this was going to come up. Lower Decks, and not the cartoon either. The TNG episode. It was another kind of a rehash of that. Yeah. I don't have a lot to say. I didn't find it particularly compelling. I mean, these kids on the shows, I guess they were problem children. It made kind of sense that there would be some people in Starfleet that don't quite, cut it and stuff. And they were only supposed to be one of them was only supposed to be on the ship for a year. It was all a big mess. So, I get that. It just didn't make for a particularly compelling story for me because so much of it was just so contrived. She's going to take them all out on a mission in the Delta Flyer. So who didn't at that point? Raise your hand if you didn't think something wacky was going to happen. No, they could never because they could never just go out and have a mission. Hello, Tim's Talk. Good to see you.
Tim.
They can never just go out and have a mission that goes fine, but they don't screw up the damn shuttlecraft or whatever. It's always something. And it's just like, okay. And again, the little smart ass kid, I couldn't get into any of these kids, and not because they were screw ups. That's fine, but we've seen it done so much better with screw up characters and things, in my opinion. So I just found the whole thing's just kind of a bit of a bore for me personally. I didn't think much of it. But your notes?
There is absolutely no way that 7 of 9 would have access to private medical records, especially for her presentation, because it's against the law. It's against the law even in Star Trek. No one would announce anyone's private medical records at a staff meeting, especially not the doctor, for God's sake. It is unprofessional, it is heinous, it is preposterous. I don't believe that a hypochondriac would make it through Starfleet. That's a very serious illness. Being a hypochondriac is a very serious illness.
Yes.
It's supposed to be an imposter syndrome, fake it until you make it episode, but these people aren't Starfleet. They aren't military, and they're not astronaut heroes from Roddenberry's universe. This is seeds of the filth. This sort of Lower Decks, we all fail, everyone in Starfleet, they're all goofs and morons and nincompoops and weak people without any convictions and lots of fears and not much brains. Everyone must be ham-handedly face their literal nightmare. And it is one gigantic eye roll. I think I strained at least 3 cringe muscles. A Starfleet officer says he is not an explorer. Wow. A Starfleet officer tells his captain that he is not an explorer. And he is persistently, shamelessly insubordinate. Even the alien says it doesn't belong. The cringe.
It's true. In that one they're ripping off, the episode called Lower Decks, those kids were, young but promising. They were smart. They weren't, idiots, like these. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. You there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
You just sound thrilled about this one.
It's just I just don't understand. And this is what I mean. It's just, there are some episodes in Voyager that are so good. And then there are just ones like this where you're like, why? Why? Like, why?
Filler.
Yeah, and not just filler, but like the thing that bothers me, Clobby, and I don't really care what anybody thinks. I just don't. I don't care anymore. The thing that I don't like about these episodes are that it always seems like the filth people, the people that love the filth, they eat it up and smear it all over themselves and roll around in it, no matter how fetid it is. They always cite these types of episodes as canon so they can write more filth. And these episodes seem to be the episodes that they like. And so just for me, like, if it seems like I've taken on a tone of disgust, it's because it is a tone of disgust. Like, in years past, when you look at a science fiction author, not a drama author, a science fiction author would take hypochondria very seriously. They would also take the oath of a doctor very seriously. They would also take the chain of command in military officers and astronauts very seriously. I like who like how old do you have to be to accept the opening premise of the fact that 7 of 9 has read everyone's medical records, she's processed them, and is now admonishing the doctor because he is wasting time addressing the psychological and emotional needs of someone with a very, very serious psychological disorder while he's in Starfleet. It's just like, how did he get into space? How did he get into Starfleet? How did he get into the military? And also, how did he become an astronaut? Because Gene Roddenberry made it very clear that we were sending our best and brightest, not this. What the hell is this? Like,
it was the Bajoran girl. She did say something about how, because of, I mean, which is really weird. She's talked about how basically, for lack of a better analogy, if you'll forgive the expression, almost like an affirmative action thing for Bajorans to get into Starfleet, because Federation was so excited to have Bajorans to let anybody in. I'm like, no,
yeah,
I don't think that's just doesn't, not Starfleet, not maybe part of the Federation doing something with them, but Starfleet,
yeah.
I don't know. That was weird.
And everyone doesn't just face their demons. Everyone faces their literal nightmare. Like, it's literal. Like their literal nightmare.
Right.
Every single one of them. It's like, what in the F am I watching? It's just terrible. And like I said, I said this earlier, some people get really upset with me because they're like, oh, why does she hate Voyager so much? It's because these episodes are the seeds of the filth. They are the nonsense bull spit that people gravitate towards so that they can excuse what the filth does today. And look, if you're pointing a phaser at yourself, you're an idiot. What are you doing on TV? I have no mercy for you. There's no mercy for you. You don't even know which way to hold a phaser. And this whole idea about how everyone who's in Starfleet is afraid of macaroni and cheese, and they're all morbidly obese or chubby, or they're a failure, or they're scared of things like feet. Like, what the like, I'm gonna drop an F-bomb here. Like, this is not
go for it.
I mean, but that's not what what I'm talking about, Bobby.
STD, yeah. Oh yeah. But you're right.
It's just like, and like I said, like, that's the thing that makes me the most angry about this. And I do get angry because you meet these people on social media and they're like, I love Voyager. And what do you mean? This happened in this episode. So how is Picard different? It's the same thing. And you're like, but like, if the quality is centrifugal, and we know that TOS is like, it's the nucleus, it's the powerhouse, it's the ideal. Why do people glom on? Why do they smear themselves in the fetid shite that's created here? And there are so many other great Voyager episodes. I mean, they're not many, but but there are a significant number of them. Anyways, it's just.
Well, you notice one. You know they didn't do this kind of crap on Enterprise, which was after this, and no Ron Moore, no Brian Fuller.
Yeah.
Just saying, and there are probably a few others too that you could say that weren't on, that didn't have, because you didn't have this kind of crap on Enterprise.
And that's just it. And it's like, you and I have said this off air when you and I first met like 4 years ago. Mark tells me it's like 4 years ago. Like you and I were like, we did that show where it's like in defense of Enterprise.
Right.
And as you know, I'm a massive, ridiculous fan of Gene Roddenberry. And the thing is that I'm pretty darn confident as a professional writer who studied writing in university and a professional editor who studied editing in university, that the fidelity that is displayed in Enterprise and its tone and its shape and its messaging and the way it looks and feels, I think that Gene would have liked it. I think Gene would have liked it a lot more than this shite.
Yep, I tend to agree, as Buck would say. But everyone, if you're ready for your reviews, please.
Did I say F, honey?
I don't know. Did you?
Yeah, it's F, darling.
Oh, you gave your. That's right. You gave it an F. I forgot what I gave it. Oh, what was it? I give it a D. So, all right, let's see here.
This is what I mean, right, Jill? This is what I mean. In the filth, they even give Spock a learning disorder. Spock doesn't have a learning disorder. Spock can he can interact with advanced levels of mathematics and theory and multiple languages with 5 computers in the same sitting. Like it's almost like he's like Magnus Carlsen, only not just chess, like every aspect of life, including calculating like physics, and like it's just so stupid. This is not what Star Trek's for. Star Trek is not for showing that if you're shy and you're afraid of feet and band-aids and mac and cheese and that you too can be, a hero in a show. What? That's not what Star Trek's for. That's for something else, but not Star Trek. Go find something else to smear your poo on. Right, Jill? Oh.
Did I give the word? I must have forgot. I forgot already.
Anyway, I love Jill's comment. Thank you, Jill.
Did I give the word? I'm fine if they're doing
the word. The word.
Seriously, did I? I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't know, darling. I don't know.
Hey, Mark, are you there? If you did, I don't know. Did I? I don't think I did. The word, just in case. I'm not messing with you guys. I can't remember. But since you're all doing that, I must have, which is cool. So if not, then go ahead and do it. I mean, no word was given, says Steve. Well, now it is. Everyone came with maybe
the word is given.
So there you go. No word was given. That's cool. That's fine. I mean, I was. I can't remember. It's been so long since we got. But we didn't even rate the episode to just now. So anyway, that's fine. I don't have any lyrics for this one, folks. So here we go. We're gonna just get these started up and ready to go. Don't worry about it, Tetrarch. It ain't a big deal.
Yeah, right. Professor R2, like Tuvok eats beef burritos and Spock eats bacon. Well, then what are Vulcanians? What are Vulcanians?
Yeah, that's horrible.
Like it's like having little people playing Nausicaans. Like this is supposed to be like a utopian science fiction fun thing that we're doing here where we're supposed to be dreaming and aspiring. It's not, it's like, there have to be some rules, right? Like we're not going to have pocket hippos, right? We're not going to have like closet hippos. Oh, look, mommy, look at what I brought back. It's a pocket hippo. Like there's some laws, right?
Max, I only have the one email, buddy. Hang on a second. Yeah, I only have the one email. So I don't know what happened, dude. Only the one, buddy. Let's see. I don't know what happened. Let me refresh it, see if it tries it again. Check your Twitter DM. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. So, I'll come back and start starring again after I read this one. The Good Shepherd by Max Redstone, folks. Okay. There are always some short stalks in the crops. I gotta see if it could be. Okay. There are always some short stalks in the crops. For every hit, there can be 10,000 flops. Janeway finds it quite rough to bring the what? Laggards? The laggards up to snuff. Alas, some lambs are just destined to be braised chops. Laggards? Laggards?
Hysterical. Can I please just say that Common
Thank you,
People
Max.
has to leave, but he said, I got to go to bed. Thanks, everyone, for being so nice. Common People, it was great spending time with you. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank
and,
you,
you know,
Common
you're
People.
welcome back here anytime. You're a cool cat, Common People. And
Yes.
sleep sweet.
Thank you so much, Common People. And Max, sorry if I butchered that, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, as always. The great Max Redstone, folks. Great job, as always, buddy. Those were lag behinds. I will try it again, then. Let's see. There are always some short stalks in the crops. For every hit, there can be 10,000 flops. Janeway finds it quite rough to bring the it says laggards anyway, lag behinds up to snuff. Alas, some lambs are just destined to be braised chops. Excellent stuff. Maybe you accidentally wrote that. So we'll see. Let me get some more of these. See what else we got coming up in here. Hang on, everybody. Trying to see if we got any more.
Oh, my goodness.
What?
Oh, a great Southern gentleman is leaving. He's saying good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is the way. Brogu, I'm sending you a hug and a smooch for your face. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for your marvelous company. And we'll see you at the clubhouse. Maybe Clobby will see you before then. But mwah, mwah, mwah. Good night, my friend.
Good night, Brogu. All right. Let's see. I think we got enough complete ones to start. God, I hate this. This happening to you. I got spoiled by that StreamYard thing. When, and we've had it it's been doing it for over a year now. Been such a great feature. Jerks. Wes Cagle says this was a stupid slice of life episode, like Lower Decks from TNG. Not as good, like Lower Deck. Yeah, I actually like that episode from TNG. So yeah, I hear you. No one here is good. I have no idea why Insane Way would create an away mission just to put these crew members through their paces. She wanted to be a good shepherd. That's why. That's why, buddy. My favorite part is Insane Way deciding to fire photons without knowing what they're facing. Yeah. Yes, sir. I kept thinking Kirk would never allow one of his officers to talk to him like Hiron talks to Insane Way. Oh,
Right?
hell no. Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm not even a Picard guy, and even he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't allow it.
Oh, yeah. He'd probably call a meeting and ask if he could go
Yeah,
pee
I
and
know.
if
I don't like
everybody
him
was
either.
upset.
I don't
Hey,
like him
Rancor
either.
Steve!
Rancor Steve. Hello there, Rancor Steve.
How are you doing?
I don't like Picard either, but let's face it, the guy wouldn't even try it.
No. Are you kidding?
Because he was too scared of Picard. And Cisco, he wouldn't put up with it either. I mean,
No.
any real captain wouldn't.
Riker wouldn't even put up with that. He'd be like, Mind your place, mister.
No, we wouldn't. Nope. Despite the fact that we have Barkley Jr. only for the ride, I love the original Lieutenant Barkley. I still give it an F. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
he was no Barkley. That guy was just a little jackass.
Mm-hmm.
Lasher says F. Been done better. Agreed, Lasher. And Lasher also said, and even on Voyager did an episode like this earlier on. Did they? I can't really recall which one that one is, but let me know.
I think he's speaking about that when Tuvok has to retrain the Maquis recruits in order to fold them in with the crew, and so he runs them through their paces and addresses their insubordination, their laziness, their
Gotcha. Absolutely. Okay, there you go. Simply Steve says A+++. I loved it. He says F it. He says F it.
Simply Steve, I love you.
Max Redstone said J-. Kathy had 4 little lambs. Their performances were low. Even with the big turnaround, this episode does blow. Nice, buddy. Jilly Jill says F. I refuse to believe that Starfleet is in the mindset of hiring based on species rather than merit, because only the best make it. Yeah, that's you ain't kidding when that's like modern day. Because when they said that, because I'd seen the episode long ago, but I hadn't seen it. So when the Bajoran chick said that, I'm like, what in the hell? Also, all 3 need mandatory therapy to have a chance.
Yeah.
Not very Starfleet vessel, is it?
No.
Celis needs to quit working as a developer since she doesn't understand that all of us make mistakes.
Yes.
Celis is okay. That's true. That's what debugging, testing, and teamwork is for.
Mm-hmm.
Turning in erroneous work is inexcusable.
Mm-hmm.
Idiotishness. No matter how brilliant Heron's insubordination, no matter his brilliance, Heron's insubordination and rotten attitude could put other crewmen in danger. For Telfer, they take hypochondria to extremes they didn't even give Barkley.
Like having a worm exploding out of your head, or neck. I mean, Boss Man, just so you know, because the chat's like completely screwed tonight. You should know that the great Bubba Doom left you a gift.
Thank you, Bubba Doom. I'll be right there.
Oh, Claude Salling just walked through the door.
Hey, Claude Salling, welcome to. Good to see you. What a great crowd we have here tonight, folks. Okay, let's see. Where were I? Where were I?
You're on 4 or 5 with Jilly Jill.
Okay. All right, Jilly. Let's see. Chakotay might have had the right idea. Maybe we should relieve them of duty, and let them pursue their own interests. It certainly wouldn't hurt general efficiency. Yes, you correct, sir. You are correct, Jill. I appreciate the effort of trying to include science from today into the creature of the week, but maybe get a consultant next time before you make a dark matter entity that eats antimatter. Good. Well done. Fiona would love that one, wouldn't she? Whatever happened to Fiona? We miss Fiona. Shooter.
Where are you? And Bossman, before you start delivering Shooter's review, guess who just walked through the door? DJ Play Nice. Rock.
Hey, DJ Play Nice. All right. Good to see you, my friend.
Oh, I think he's taken off. So he's been here the whole time lurking. Good night, DJ Play Nice. Thank you for being here.
Oh, okay. Well, good night, DJ. Have a good one. Shooter says D-. It is rare to find an episode I do not recall even a little bit about. And if it didn't leave an impression, good or bad, then it could only be dull and boring. Yeah, that's about the size of it, isn't it? William Telfor worked hard on that name. Both Insane Way and Chipotle have failed if after 5 years, they haven't recognized these three not living up to expectations. Yes, yep. I can't blame the captain taking this hands-on, but Chipotle would have been a better choice to mentor the juniors. Just another recycled episode from TNG. Yes, sir. Bubba Doom, thank you so much for the super chat. You are too kind, my friend. He says, I forgot to add with my review. Oh, you want to do the review first? Okay, I'll do the review first then. Sorry. F. I worked with a guy who was like these turds. One day I had enough. I told him to unwhack himself. He uncrock himself. He cried. The writers should do the same.
Oh.
He cried. The writers should do the same. This is a bad ripoff of a TNG episode. It is, sir. And then he says, for the super, you didn't have to do a super chat for that, buddy. I would have read it anyway, but thank you. That's very kind of you. He says, I forgot to add with my review, Starfleet does DEI hires. Apparently, that just makes me mad. It's antithetical to Starfleet's adherence to respect and honesty. Yeah, like I said, and that's kind of along the lines of what number one was saying. That's kind of crap you would expect from the filth.
Well, yeah, because if you're in a life and death situation, you can't just be like, well, she's from Bajor, so we'll have her perform this open heart surgery because she's from Bajor and we want to play nice with Bajor. No, you get a qualified surgeon to do your cardiac surgery. Like there's meritocracy is important, and selling the idea that meritocracy is useless, especially in a situation where if your calculation is off by 0.000000001%, that you could all die. Yeah, meritocracy is important. It's important.
One would think, wouldn't one? Mars Monkeybacks says, I give it an F. I was really hoping that they would show a responsible and heroic crew. I don't know what these people were, but they shouldn't be working on any vessel in space. Yeah, well, that one little weasel said he had to have a year of service on a starship under his belt before he could move out, and he doesn't even care about exploration in space and all that crap. I mean, okay, whatever, man. Lisa says, C, lame but nice. No, there you go, Lisa. RRT and Z. Lisa.
Lame but nice.
R says how the fuck is 7 now a senior officer? And for the third episode in a row, a recycled plot. This time, TNG's Lower Decks. Season 7, episode 15. Good Shepherd. It was like watching Spaceballs. Colonel Sanders in charge and surrounded by arseholes. Overall efficiency would have improved if the flyer had been lost, especially Kathy. C+. These
right,
characters,
West.
Yes, indeed. These characters were enlisted crewmen. It is axiomatic that an NCO or at most Chakotay should be retraining them, not the Captain.
Mm-hmm. Agreed, RRTNZ.
Right. Despite that, the Enterprise's crew and Team Cisco are the best of the best. Substandard crew on other ships are a reality, and they have a place in Trek so long as they improve. And we were still waiting on one more review, unless anyone else has got one. We'll see if the chief engineer has one. If he does, if you do. So, but yeah, it's very few things left right now for us are meritocracies, as we know. We're not going to talk about sports ball, but I will say that right now, because some sports are such big businesses, they have to be meritocracies. And they're even trying to take it out of those. But right now they are. And they're probably maybe one of the last endeavors known to the human condition right now or sports as meritocracies. Hey, someone was able to. Did you star those?
That's me starring, boss.
It worked.
I know it worked, but what you don't realize is that I've starred 106.
I know, I do
and
realize
there's
that.
still 106 starred.
See if these will work. So it's back to working now, though, for me, because it never worked before. How about the other one? There you go. Now, all of a
Mine's
sudden,
still
you're able to do that.
busted.
No, oh, you can't unstar yours, huh? All right. But still, it worked for mine. This is crazy. It wasn't working up until that moment. Maybe Mark needed something. B- says Mark D with a C. I appreciated what this episode was trying to accomplish, but there was too much Voyager idiocy. Again, why send a shuttlecraft on its own into unknown space? Yep. Janeway wouldn't have picked all three misfits of science to go good one on the mission together. Maybe one at a time. The Bajoran Tal Celis was interesting, but they should have had her triumph in the end. They were all bozos, including Janeway. After all, she did graduate from. Oops.
Damn thing. Sorry about that, Clobby. I'm just trying to get ED up there for you.
What was it? Okay, that's cool. After all, she did graduate from Starfleet. The writers should have had her help. Oh, they're working. It's still working for you. That's good. The writers should have had her help save the day using her training, with Tal realizing that she was competent and not a sympathy hire. Good. I agree with that. Good point.
This is what I mean, right, Mark? Like, this is what I meant about the last episode as well. Where is the Star Trek messaging? Where if you believe in yourself, you know, it was just that she was timid all along. It was just because she was timid. She didn't believe in herself. It's the same with the previous episode. Why did you tell a young man maybe he was supposed to kamikaze? Huh? Maybe that was his destiny. His destiny is to kill himself. Get out of here. Where is the Star Trek messaging? Right, Mark?
Idiotishness. Instead, they made her more like Remmer from Red Dwarf. P.S. How did a acetyl eel get to the Delta? Aceti eel? Okay. Aceti eel.
Aceti eel. I can't spell.
That's right. Delta Quadrant. I don't know. Let's see here. Enigmatic drop air, buddy, says D. The opening visuals were very cool, although it's over. You know what? That's a good point. I did like that opening. How it starts out on that shot. I don't know. They pull up to what's her face's ready room. That was cool. And in fact, the whole opening T sequence was so well done. It was very different for the show. The traveling, pads and this of going to finally ending up at the very bottom of the ship, which we never see. I always thought that was a bit remarkable. Yes, I'm with you. Although it's overt reference to an organizational hierarchy, placing emphasis on the cramped, lower levels was somewhat dystopic, especially for Trek. But I still thought it was well done.
Yeah, but it's not the first time here either, right? Because the Suitor.
Suitor, yeah. Not
only the Maquis, but Suitor.
What do you mean?
Well, just like Janeway, like pronouncing that, I've lost track of people who don't feel competent on my ship. Oh, well, get out of here. I'm a shepherd. Meanwhile, she had Suitor on board, and she had Maquis who were working, including Fresca Seska, working against her constantly. Right. It's like, do you have any memory at all? Schmucky in the head.
How many people on the ship? 140? I mean, and you've been together 6+ years, right? I mean,
yeah. Here we are, 5 years later, 6 years later. Hello, McFly.
They somewhat made the case for the Voyager environment and the resultant organizational cultural implications, limiting someone's aspirations and breeding disconnect. Janeway is no leader. Boy, that's for sure.
Agreed.
The notion that Tal would get punished through the rigors of Starfleet Academy just because she is Bajoran and not on her abilities is preposterous.
Look at what happened to Wesley.
I'm sorry,
and he was a genius.
I'm sorry, ED. I screwed up. I don't want to mess. I got to reread that. With the notion that Tal would get pushed, not punished. I'm an idiot. God, I hate myself. Sorry. I taught. By the way, her speech to Janeway was like hearing me talk to myself. or someone else like that get. Never mind. I'm her, I think, except she's really cute. So anyway, pushed through the rigors of Starfleet Academy just because she's a Bajoran and not on her abilities is preposterous. Yes, DEI stuff.
I don't agree with you, Clobby. I think that if you went to Starfleet and you studied one particular thing,
they wouldn't let me in,
and you would become really good, and you became really good at it. I think that that you would put it all out there. You would put your whole self into it, and I think it would be marvelous.
I could make it to the 6th grade, but thank you. I'll take it. I take it. I'll have to be like on a freighter or something, running around, getting into trouble, and getting a ship. I probably wouldn't be able to drive. I could probably be a good pilot because I could drive anything in space. Anyway, so. Well, are we done with this thing? Are we done with this thing?
We're done.
Well, Janeway really loved this episode, though. Kate Mulgrew had a quote in there. I love that show. You could put a big asterisk on that one. That was my favorite. Good Shepherd was Janeway at her best. Identifying her commitment to the ship and her crew is one of her highlighted traits. I mean, just
no big deal. It happens. Yeah. Well, we don't take her opinion for anything, do we? By the way, next week's thrilling episodes, folks, are Live Fast and Prosper. Fury. Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
But number one, this
Super
is
Cass.
She's gonna love this.
Cass. Super Cass.
Cassie. And then Lifeline. At least we get some Barkley. All right.
Broccoli.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. I like that one. So, all right.
Well, I do have a couple of very quick show and tell items whenever you want to do that. It's not going to take very long, but if you want to see it.
You still have a little bit of time, number one, to do that?
I think
yes,
Raquel would probably want to see them.
You sure? Okay. Oh, you don't want her to see it because you like it?
No, she should see it. Yeah, she should see it. Yeah. I think you should see it. Yeah.
All right. Get ready to get tortured, number one.
Okay.
I got to tell you a story about that. Cool. Let's see.
I had to get 2 of them because I couldn't have just one. So,
all right. For those who don't know, unless you want to tell them.
No, you tell. You're the comic book expert.
Oh, well, no, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
A few weeks back on last month, actually, on William Shatner's birthday, DC Comics, they don't, new comics. We won't get into it here, but new comics don't really sell that well, folks. There's an ongoing series they have called World's Finest. This is issue number 25, if I remember correctly. I think it is 25.
Correct, 25. Yep,
so
25.
And apropos of nothing, they decided to do this cover, a variant cover. It has nothing to do with the interior of the comic. Actually, as much as Mark Waid is a wackadoodle and idiot, this has actually been an okay comic. I've read some of the new ones here and there. But they said, well, let's get William Shatner on the cover. Whose idea that was, I don't know, but William Shatner bought into it. And so he let them take a picture and put him hanging out with the world's greatest superheroes. And he's the world's greatest, the universe's greatest captain. So he is he is amongst his peers, the greatest heroes of all time. Captain James T. Kirk, Superman and Batman, The Flash, Green Lantern. You got Hawk Girl and Wonder Woman in the background, even Red Tornado and Green Arrow. So, yeah, he belongs with the Justice League. So,
that is pretty darn cool.
Well, you don't.
And there's a little snippet of now I'm just noticing if you look
they
here.
Got his,
the color. Now, they couldn't do it probably for trademarking, but they have a little bit of the gold in the neck there, so you can tell he's wearing Captain Kirk's shirt under there.
I didn't even go get this. I don't go to the comic shop, but a couple of weeks ago at a con and on a Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago, I was at this con that's about an hour or so away, and a buddy of mine an old friend of mine that I only see at the cons once in a while. We've known each other for 40-something years. I walk up to him, and he's selling a bunch of comics. And I go, oh, hey, man, just like we do every time. I pass and say something, say a few words, but he's busy. And we shook hands, we talked for a second, and he handed me a copy of this. I said, what's this? I said, I'm just giving it to you. I said, dude, no, you don't. What? Gave it to me. I said, I want you to have this. He said, you've always one of my favorite people. Take this. I said, dude, are you serious? Just gave it to me. You don't have to do that. good friend. I hadn't seen him in a long time, so he gave me a copy. And then, of course, when we left, I gave the copy to my friend Tex, since he's the biggest Shatner fan I know, and he wasn't going to be able to find it, and so I gave him a copy.
So you don't have a copy anymore?
Tex has it. No.
Where's your copy?
I gave it to Tex.
You were too nice.
It doesn't matter. I mean,
I love Tex.
Texas. I mean, I knew he would want him. It's like I still have it. I still have it because Tex has it. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a great sentiment. No,
it's in the family.
Nice.
I've known them both for so long, and I knew he would like it. And Tex brought me a book, so I wanted to give him.
That's
something.
super nice. Yep.
He gave me a Blake 7 book.
We'll
anyway, the art on the cover it's okay. Shatner took a picture of Firestorm back then, the real Firestorm. It's actually a decent series.
What did they do to his nose?
I don't know, but it looks pretty good for 95, doesn't he?
Yeah, but still, like, that's not what his nose looks like in real life. William Shatner, he must be bathing in the blood of virgins or something, because he looks amazing. But it's just that's not a good picture of him. And I don't like the fact that Batman is so short and that Superman is so short.
You think they're short?
Mm-hmm.
They got about almost a foot on. Oh, they got like a.
Well, Shatner's hunched over there.
Okay, well.
Like if you go, I'll scroll back out or pan back out. So he's kind of hunching onto the table.
I'm just glad they got the costumes right. They actually have the right Batman costume color scheme that I love, and then
Batman is big and serious and scary, and he does not have the same shoulders as Bill. I love Bill, but that's Batman right there. And on Bill's right is Superman. And Superman, and he is also gigantic.
It's not my favorite art. Modern. If you see how horrible Batman and Superman look on most modern DC comics these days, this is like extraordinary compared to what they usually look like on there. So, it's not my favorite kind of art, but RTNZ, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says Superman and Batman read Chuck Norris comics. This is the Chuck Norris man right here. Thank you so much, buddy. I read Marvel's Secret Wars from 1988. Said I hated it. Said Joe Dog. Well, that makes two of us, buddy. So what else you got?
I found a couple of things cleaning up my basement. I was putting in a new bench so I could.
Whoa! Oh.
So this is now the stamp is not a Star Trek stamp, but it's a.
Wait a minute, 1 second. Look who's there, JT Kirk.
JT Cook, he is
buddy.
Kirk. Raquel is the best. Get her books and short stories, folks. You're in for a real treat. Alan Moraine. Oh my God, I love you, JT Cook.
Thank you, buddy. All right, thanks, bud.
I love that human. Thank you, JT Kirk.
Sorry about that, Mark. Go ahead.
Oh, all good, all good. And hail to the great JT Kirk. Fun playing Fortnite with you last night. So these are envelopes that they use, for first day of issue. So the stamp, it's Mom, are we there yet? So it's a silly spacecraft out on Fleabay, and it had the Star Trek envelope, and it's stamped, Anaheim, California. So I bought that, Star Trek the original cast, and of course, same thing with this one. It's not a Star Trek stamp, but of course, it's got the classic Wrath of Khan poster, first day of issue. And it's like another space-themed alien stamp. So if you're, a stamp collector, what's the word for a stamp collector? I can never.
Philatelist.
Philatelist, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Careful with what I said.
The biggest geeks I've ever met in my life.
We are that.
You wouldn't collect stuff like this?
No.
You wouldn't?
Well, I have all the Canadian stamps, but they were given to me and I also have all of the coins, but they were given to me as a gift.
So this is, of course, a really cool Enterprise stamp. So let's see if the camera focuses. So this was September 17th. It's tough to read there. Is that 2000? So I can't read it. Or 19. Can't read it in my damn eyes. 1999, I think, maybe. And, of course, it's got this great envelope that's stamped. So, it reads, first day of issue, Star Trek. So they've got this, it's nice when they do this, it's an envelope, stamp collector. So they have this envelope with the stamp and then they mail it. So it's, or they stamp it. So it's issued Where's it issued from? Green Bay, Wisconsin. So I thought that was really cool. And I do have a ton of the Star Trek stamps somewhere. You know, maybe I have them right here. But yeah, that's just a fun little keepsake. And or I have friends that when they send me things, you know, you've got the they put Star Trek stamps or the Marvel comic stamps on them. So that's always a lot of fun to get stuff like that too. With the and letters are, I guess, pretty rare these days too, right? I mean, how often do you get a letter too? So or
Hey, I
Christmas
still
cards.
send you and Clobby letters.
Yes, you do, but yeah, but
I do.
you're
Do
one
you?
of the few. Yeah. So like here's Sarah, first day of issue. I think my mom got me this. So this was 2016, first day of issue. You got that
I don't think
cool.
I think I knew a stamp collector once, but I'm not sure. Maybe.
I'm not a stamp
I've known
collector.
I've known coin collectors. I mean, I'm
coin
not a
collectors,
stamp collector or two, but
yeah, but
I mean,
anything that's cool
it's
Star Trek like that.
that's an
Yeah.
expensive hobby right there.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, but
I know that
yeah,
because
it's just a fun.
Bruce Wayne Brain was a collector. So
That's right. Yeah, but it's just fun to have these stamps. And then there's a lot of superhero stamps. And of course, the purpose of it is to get you to buy the stamps, and then the stamps never get used, right? So it's basically like printing money when you think of it. But they do make nice displays. So
oh,
it
look,
is,
Star Blazing Wolverine was
all right.
had a huge stamp collection. There you go.
All
Sorry,
right.
continue.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's as popular these days to collect
Yeah.
stamps.
No one sends letters anymore, but Raquel. So.
Yeah, Raquel.
Or any postage, really.
Oh, here they are. Fine.
I already have your birthday present, and I already have your birthday card all picked out.
I don't have a birthday.
Yes, you do. Anyway, I've had it picked out since Christmas.
Oh no,
Wow.
I don't have a Christmas either.
Get out of
Look at
here.
those. Those are cool. Look at that. Nice.
These are cool. Yeah.
Very nice.
Forever stamps. I could use these. It's like, yeah, that's the Enterprise one that was used on that first day of issue here. So of course these will never be used. Well, that makes a really cool icon. I should scan that and use that as an icon. I really like that with the Enterprise in there and the Spock's.
Nice.
Those would make some good avatars or icons.
Yeah. Cool stuff.
I'm gonna get right on that. I'm gonna do that right
How long
now.
How long have you had those?
Well, I've had these. My mom bought them for me. I'm guessing because I usually don't buy this stuff. This was probably this is what year is that? Oh, this is 2016, so it's not that old. Like she going to the whenever she went to the post office, she's like,
"Oh,
Mark."
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, they had Star Trek stamps. I'm sure you can still find these. I'm sure there's a ton of them out there.
Good night. Good night, Professor R2. Have a good one.
Good night, Professor R2.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
I'm crossing the streams, and Star Wars really came out on May 25th, but this was next to those.
This is not
stamps.
Star Wars Day. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not Star Wars Day, but here's some cool Star Wars stamps.
I hate that May the 4th.
I know.
Crap.
I know. It should be May 25th, but
if they don't need one at all, but if they had to have one, May the 4th is based on a stupid, unfunny pun and a dumb meme.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I used to, I always joke about going to Catholic school, and we'd always joke with my friends. We'd like at church, they'd say, may the Spirit, may the Lord be with you, and we'd say, we'd say also with you, or we'd joke, we'd say, may the Force be with you, and also with you, and the nuns would get mad. What did you just say? We joke around
Mark?
with our nerd friends. Yeah,
that's terrible, Mark.
It's a nice sentiment, right?
Mm.
I'm not going to burn in hell,
gave you crap.
Yeah, they ripped up my Star Wars cards that I was trading.
Hit him on the knuckles with a ruler.
Ouch! Ouch!
Ouch!
Well, so that's
I'll quit it.
Anything else, or is that it?
Oh, I get that. The only thing I want to mention is the Playmobil Klingon cruiser is there's only about 15 left on Amazon, and they've removed the Star Trek items from Playmobil. So if you want to buy one, it's on sale for $250.
Is that all?
I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find some old gift cards, but that huge Klingon cruiser unfortunately, I think they don't list any of the Star Trek items on Amazon right now for Playmobil. So yeah, it's
So how much is that sucker if it's on sale?
oh, it's down
for
to
$2.50?
$229. It's down to $229. Here, I'll show
What's the
it.
normal retail? If that's
I
sale,
think
if
it was
that's a
400
sale. Okay. Wow, sir.
$400.
That is steepy.
Or it's 229. That's
Ah,
229.
all right.
I'll put the link in. But if you just go to Amazon and look for this. Oh, it's got my address on this. I hate that Amazon when you're logged in. It's showing my
Yeah,
address, so I
there
won't
you go.
share my screen. But there's 16 left, and the price just went down to 229. I don't know what it was retailing for, but it's not a bad price considering what you get with it. But it ain't cheap either. So, but yeah, it's oh wow, it went down. Yesterday it went down $133. Oh, I missed it. Oh, that's weird. That's a definite bargain at $133. Yeah.
Hey, Dad Man popped in. I didn't see that. Hey,
Hey,
buddy.
Dad man.
All right, Dad Man. Sorry, I didn't see you there, man. I was watching it. I thought I was watching it.
So yep. So check out the here's this is what it's listed as, but it's not it's not on the Playmobil site anymore. So so they should have done the D5 cruiser, but they didn't. The Klingon,
Dang.
not the cruiser. They should have done the the Klingon, not the bird of prey. But
Right. Well, cool.
it's not. But I wonder where it was on sale for $133.
Well,
God.
let's start moseying on out of here. Number one, did you have any final words for everybody?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for being here. I enjoyed your company immensely tonight. Thank you for taking the time to be here and to add your reviews and to add your thoughts and to jump in the fray. And I just really appreciate it. I also want to thank everyone who left a gift for Clobby. That's
Thank
incredibly
you.
generous of you. And I want to thank
Yes.
everyone who helped wrench tonight's show. It's just so kind of you. I also want to thank Maximum Redstone for all of his limericks and just all the effort that everyone puts
Yeah.
into this show. I also want to send out my thanks to Lord Thoth, my buddy Larry, Chris Persia, and his marvelous dad, Gwagnar, Wes Kegel, and Lisa. Thank you so much to those wonderful human beings who are always trying to build up Clobby's community and build up his channel. I really appreciate it a lot, and I know he does too. I want to thank Scuba Pete. I want to thank JT Kirk, and I want to thank Michael Beacom. These are three incredible people who have been putting amazing reviews out there of my stories and really getting the word out. And I really appreciate them. These people are very intelligent, articulate people, and for them to reach into my life and write these beautiful things and to take time out of their day to do that, it means a lot to me. So I just want to say thank you. I want to send some love to Enigmatic Drop Bear and his family, and of course to Chris Persia's dad. He's been struggling a bit with high blood pressure, which can be very scary when someone gets older. And to send some love out to those folks and Philip Story's mother-in-law. I don't have that written down, but I'm just thinking about Philip Story and him having a scare with his mother-in-law and it being horrible. And so Enigmatic Drop Bear, Chris Persia's father, and Philip Story's mother-in-law. I just want to send out all of my love and just all of my support to you and to your family, to your families. I just love you guys, and we're on your team, and our hearts and our strength is always with you. Okay, I want you to know that. Folks, do you like episodic classic science fiction? I'm not an activist and I don't write about activism. I just write about classic episodic science fiction. And so it's been difficult to get published because the publishing houses are specifically asking on their websites, if you're going to submit, we're looking for activists. If you're not an activist, we want activism. And essentially what we really want is for you to be an activist writing about activism. And I don't do that. So a bunch of really cool people in this community stepped forward and said, we want to back your work. We'll be your corporation. We'll be your publishing powerhouse. And they have. They truly rescued me. My second book is coming out. You all should know that I spoke with the amazing scholar who is editing the book. He's a preeminent scholar here in Canada. He's a man who I respect and admire. Literature is his game. And he's at the top of it. Well, he got back to me. He's marked all of his papers for this semester, and he's digging into the book, and he says he'll have it to me by this week, which is incredible. He is more than worth waiting for. So that second book, it's ready. It's ready. I'm ready to shoot it out of a cannon. But in the meantime, I want to thank all the people who backed me in this last year. I set out last year to write a book in a single year, write 10 quality science fiction tales for you, short stories. And I got it done. I did it. And these amazing human beings made it possible for me to have signings, to have advertising, to get the word out, to appear at conventions. These are incredible people, and I love them very much. Larry, you are the man, baby. Tony Stark, Sean Carter from Mars, Penny Lane, Shooter, Gwagnar, Dave, Chris Persia, Scuba and Leslie Pete, Eric Kane, his trusty dusty dog Kirby, Enigmatic Drop Bear, love you buddy, Michael and Cassandra Beacom, you guys are the best, Mark D with a C, Anti-Derivative, Jill, again Jill, if you didn't hear at the beginning of the program, thank you for the beautiful letter you sent me this week on Patreon, you're the best, sweetheart. Maximum Redstone, JT Cook, Dabman and the Dabman Clan, Lord and Lady Thoth, and of course Little Lance. Chuck some cheese in the chat for all the pepperonis. Thank you, Rob Altus. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Jeff Wyatt. Thank you, Rod Thunderheart. My guitar playing buddy Mazeris. And of course, Wes Cagle. If you like science fiction and you like science fiction short stories and you just want to be entertained, you don't care about the politics and all the activism, you just want to escape and have a great story, you can go on Barnes & Noble, you can go on Amazon, you can go on Kindle, and you can get my stories. My name is R.M. Briggs. And I just write science fiction. And what else do I have to say? Thank you, Mark, for everything that you do behind the scenes. You're a cool cat, and I love hanging out with you. You're a good friend. Even though the enabling is terrible, I'm definitely getting the Frankenstein you showed me on Thursday night. And Andy is quite excited about it. It's actually going to go in the family room, like the parlor, the front room in our house. No, but Mark sent me the link, so as soon as it's available here, I'm buying.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And if it's not available,
is Andy mad at me, or is Andy mad at me?
No,
Andy's not mad at me.
No, because it's Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein. And last but certainly not least, I just want to thank Mike Claudia Alonso, our fearless leader, the grand poobah of all of geekdom, and the captain aboard this ship. Clobby, I love you. I'm just sending smooches for your entire face. Thank you for creating this space for all of us to hang out. Thank you for introducing me to all of these beautiful people. Thank you for nurturing all of these beautiful relationships and basically giving us a space to have a mini Star Trek convention every weekend. You're the best, baby. I love you. I love hanging out with you. And it is a great honor and a privilege to call you my friend. I love you, sweetheart.
Love
Thanks.
you.
And I got an announcement to make because I helped Clobbering Times do something today, and he would never mention it, or
I don't know what you mean.
We have some new membership levels, so he doesn't know what he means, what he means, and he's never wanted to toot his own horn, but he's like, come on, I don't want to do this, but I think if you check the membership levels, you don't have to do it, and you don't have to subscribe, but there's 2 new membership levels. I forced him to do it. And one of them, I made a joking bet. I said, if we get 10 people to subscribe at the top level, you have to watch Stargirl. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to watch Stargirl. But so there's 2 new membership levels. So the there's a $5 membership level, and you get to help vote on subjects for shows or comics or TV shows or movies that Clobby and I guess us maybe on the Clubhouse would review, or it could be on on any of your shows. And there's a $9.95 a month level where you're going to have a private chat once a month with Clobberin Times, probably on Saturday afternoon. So I'm announcing that for everyone. So if you feel like upgrading your membership, no pressure, please don't. But it's there if you want to help support Clobberin Times and help them keep the lights on. So I forced him to do it. I made him do it. So, but I thought that would be a way that everyone could show their appreciation. And of course, we know times are tough for a lot of people, and some people can't sub. So that's also awesome and understood too. I mean, just being here and hanging out with everyone and having fun is a great time. So the 2 membership level, we got JT Kirk just upgraded to Clobberian. Thank you. Thank you, JT Kirk.
You didn't have to do that, buddy.
He's
Thank you.
An amazing person.
You shouldn't have to do that. Thank you, brother. This is not my idea.
No, and you would, and you would never do it. I know you would never do it, on your own, because you're one of the few people, like that, who would, you just do this. You're doing this for fun. I know, and help keep the lights on. So here we got Bubba Doom just upgraded.
Oh, you guys. Oh, Eric, that's so expensive. What are you doing?
Thank you.
Eric just gave out 5 Clobberin Times memberships.
Oh, thank you, Eric. Let's see, I got him right here. It's actually being starred. Something may have fixed this thing or whatever. Thank you, Bubba Doom, for a member chat for 16 months. Thank you. He says, Tuvix, Harry, and Echev did nothing wrong. Love you. Back at you, buddy. And thank you, Eric. Thank you, JT Kirk, for becoming a member. Thank you. So too kind. Blame Mark. Bubba Doom,
yep.
Thank you for going. I appreciate that. You're too kind. I really appreciate you, Bubba Doom. Thank you so much. And thank you, Eric K, brother, for gifting the memberships. That's too kind of you. Thank you. I don't know what to say, man, but I do appreciate it so much, my friends. And
I did want to ask Raquel. I wasn't sure how to spell clobberologist and clobberian. So for Raquel, we didn't have the grammar police online.
Well,
you could check.
They're not words, so you spell it you want.
I will send a private message. I'll DM you on
They're not words, so it don't matter how you
they're
spell it.
not words, but I understand that Mark wants them to be somewhat accurate. So Mark,
I think
will
they're
send
right.
them to
Clobby
you
and I
through
thought they were
DMs.
both right, but I think
I
they're
haven't
yeah.
seen them yet.
Yeah. Well,
So
here,
send me the spelling.
well, here's the screen. Here's I'll share the screen so it's easier for you. Yep.
Okay.
Well, all I gotta say is
everything that guy just said is bullshit. Thank you.
See?
Clobberologist and clobberian there. Yep.
That's good.
Clobberarian.
Those are good.
Clobberarian. Okay.
Called right, I think. Yeah, I looked up.
You're supposed to be showing that?
Those are good.
That's okay to show. Yeah, that's the levels.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine to show. Yeah, if someone clicks on it, that's what they get. So that's okay. Yep, that's all good. Yep.
Nice.
I'm tooting your horn because I know you won't toot your own horn. So
No, I mean I would never said a word about it. It did show up on it did populate on the community.
See? We would have never said anything. I'm
No,
sure. Yep. That's the kind of guy you are.
Nobody has to do anything.
Just stand up. Yep.
Glad to have you all hanging out here. But thank you, Mark. You're too kind. He pushed me into it. And I just want you, if you do join, thank you so much. And blame Mark.
Thank you. It's in my contract, so I take
Blame
Canada.
We'll
blame.
Blame Canada. No, just blame Mark.
God damn it, Mark.
But I appreciate it. Thank you.
JT, I will check out that video. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I will check out JT Kirk playing horns on YouTube in a band.
Yes,
yep.
sir. All right, real quick shout outs real quick. Melissa here. End your weekend geek, chic, geekiness on the great Mark D with us. He's channel Sunday Night Geekery, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we hang out, we geek out. I try to help him keep it geek, but no, he'll steer off and talk about other stuff. But I promise you, if you're there, I'm going to at least yell something geeky out to make sure that geekness is acknowledged in some fashion. That's why I'm the geek police on that show.
Yeah.
So Mark, tries.
I'm just happy to hear that Chris Persia was joshing when he said that you were putting smoked clams on hot dogs. I was like, oh my God.
No, I wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't want
Yeah.
to ruin the clams that way.
Look, he had me and it was funny.
All right, Max, just for you, buddy, since you've done such a stellar job. This is what you're, because I know you were campaigning for this.
Cass, Super Cass.
All right, so where were I? Anyway, yeah, so there's the geekery, and then the eatery after that on Legion of Superheroes Reviews on J-Man's channel at 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern on Monday night, Mark C. Comics Talk. Wildcard Wednesday night, then the Clubhouse, Fantastic Fridays on J-Man, and then Fridays, of course, and Friday night on the great Nick Weiser's channel. So all the usual shows and shows this week. Thank you so much to the great Eric K., the Bronze Wrencher. Thanks again for everything, buddy. You're too kind. Chris Persia, Vindicator Wrencher, the Great White North. Thank you, buddy, for all you do. And shout out to your pappy. I hope he's doing better. All with you there, buddy. D. Bud Martin, the Wrench of Iron. Lord Thoth, Ava lives long, live with the Legion. J-Man, the Wrench without fear. The great Max Redstone. Shout out to you tonight, buddy. Thank you for your extraordinary work. What you do is you're too kind. We love you, Music Meister. Keep it up. Thank you. Or don't, but if you feel like it, keep it up, so to speak. Fanty outside. We didn't see Fanty tonight. Hope he's all right. Larry. Fanty wasn't here, was he? Oh, my goodness. I hope he's okay. Larry, Triple Bullwinkle, Maddie's daddy, and Kal-El. So let's see who else was here with us tonight. Oh, Wes Cagle. Thank you. Thank you so much, Wes. You're too kind, buddy. He says, Wes, because I'm not expendable, I am not stupid, and I am not going. You mean this?
Why don't you go?
You are expendable.
And you're not?
No, I'm not. I am not expendable. I'm not stupid, and I'm not going.
There you go. That's for you, buddy. Thank you all so much. Where were I? Oh, okay. So here we go. Also with us tonight, of course, the great Mark D with us, our chief engineer, our communications officer, Jill, anti-derivative Jill. Thank you, Jill, for being here with us. FKHC 2005. Tim, thank you so much. Shooter, thank you, buddy. Penny, so great to have you here. Raymond Feliciano, King Dolphin TV. Sandra Feliciano, of course, also great. Thank you for being here. Wes Cagle and his whole family, thank you for being here. South, East, North, all of you. Me and my monkey, thank you. The Tetrarch of Apathy, thank you, buddy. SP4H, RRTNZ. Let's see. Enigmatic Drop Bears, thank you so much. Always great to have you here. Hope you're all things go better and everything with your family. Bless you so much. I really appreciate you. Dave C, Dave G Sound, Michael Beacom, and shout out to the wonderful Cassandra Beacom, Captain Infinity and Beyond, Brogu from my old hometown, Star Blazing Wolverine, and Simply Steve. Are they really the same person? Professor R2. Let's see. Adrian James, Lisa, Muzz Monkey Max, Malachi D. Wildman, Katie. Congratulations to Katie on her graduation.
Yeah.
Your Muslim uncle, my friend, peace be on you. Common Peoples. Thank you. Naradanak Amanda Bear, old friend. Midnight's Oblivion. Stephen Mack. Joe Dog. Parker Luck. Bubba Doom. Thank you so much, Bubba Doom 1. Lasher. Apollome's Minion and the Pepperoni. Tim's Talk. Rancor Steve popped in. Oh, it's a pleasure to have you. Claude Salling. DJ Play Nice. The great JT Kirk. And of course, who was it? Dadman walking in the Dadman clan. Okay, that's all I think I have down here now. But anyone else, I hope I didn't miss anyone else. I want to thank everyone who joined us and who is just lurking or over there on X, thank you so much. Or if you're watching on a download or a rewatch, thank you so much. Please, if you have been watching and lurking, click the like button if you don't mind, and subscribe if you don't mind. I really appreciate that. But it means the world to me, and I thank you all for being here. And I thank my wonderful first officer, who is the greatest, and the great chief engineer, and everyone else. And now, good night, everybody. Clobber on and trek on. And have a marvelous remainder of your weekend. Good night, everybody.
No.
It's clobbering time!
The word is given.
Clobberanimo!
Groovy.
You have to set an example even in the face of stupidity. Now, everybody that reads comic books knows that Kirby's Silver Surfer is the only true Silver Surfer.
I just love clobbering time!